Akwantufuo Radio, based in UK, London, UK. And I be no Akwantufuo Radio, friend and Crawford, and any domina say, and then it was springing we had that so. Naemra, Yamajin, my Ghana home. And Akwantufuo dear, when it say, yet to Crawford mine so. Our home, Ghana no, is there. Ena, Eniema, aye basa, eko basa mayen. Yetu ni hiyo echia. Yema no aye se isunsan. Ena yenhu ye ho ano. Ena eniema ebetumi ama Ghana aye Ghana no. Yes no. Aden. Yemrant tie ya mo emo afoma ho de ambode oman no. Rather the hu ni say oduman kuma edwapade a wode share yen saase mu eno na ye de koye chop money enti that twesi so ene ese oman no yes say no ye nkwala ye politicians ye businessmen ya bibia kra nye ya kra se so asa invite ahoho so mo mesombi ni nani ganeni na wodani eni a said ubodi no or reclaim you. Where are you going to get the water from? We have no yanene ntwemanso ehine fa na obenyi oduane edi eduane a wudi esiesie wanase ekum sense eniema ye de chichiri oman ye destroy no etini se ye ba si eni Ghana kra ekwen bie be faso a ye be me ani atre no o si e faso se de be ya Ghana fo ebeti amani hunu na ya edi akwadwunwunu mu ne hunu se wo sei wo dwapade kese a mi asanti baby wo se wo twa wo ketre ma wi a wo china ehine fan ena o pese o wisi oduane a ehine fan ede na ketrema no woni bibim na ede na aduane tu onum a adane no ama wo odi wonwu oyi ketrema no afiri ho no ekwan be so na minim so a odi aduane be koye mo so obe memine ne say abode a I don't know. Hey, yeni yehu wusa o yeni yehu wusa en wasa akofa nkrofo nso efi amano ni se omo meboa o na destroy ubodi no. We are doing harm to ourselves. Iti ene ye tiemu afre obia se omra ome join na ofi se Ghana do akoma so ade ekoso wotie na ofi se obetumi aka ho bibi no. Come and join Akwantufuo Radio. Niema Ghana. Kasa ene edisisa nipa. Na yenhwe se yen krofo a sabi wo munyansa ano etu omo bedwini. The machine that calls the brain no ebe kasa chire brain no say we are on the wrong path. Enti ewo say ehwehwe kwane a ye be read mu Ghana redemption exercise. I say enti ye twa manfo medase ni no kra na ye ka no me twa amanfo na me de since 19 okay be free Ghana 79 but bra mi wure mu ansa na me be dru baby am TCC no we see Europe pasase so inkododo am visit nyina chese say Ghana ye wodwumayo no man chichire no se when who said this chichire no a wanya obekechi we are making yemrantie na ahini bi ayi governance bi abagana hono owure yi a ye frɛ no JJ Lawrence that time na abai na ne wo so na JJ Lawrence no obra oba betra konwa no so no no kreni no ka so betumi ayo enso no krepa se se ka se ni two skills so ni ahwe edwuma ye tro bi on his credit side on the negative side no so ebi hye ho papa because o hwe abrantie ya wo pie free Burkina Faso wono de ni say wo build patriotism no build patriotism de bia wo mo beti o man chichirase nation builders and we are seeing results obiani the abrantie no wo ye obie hu ni kan say is getting results na I say uye Burkina ni ba na wa country mu a you feel like going home na say won kokora na say you feel like contributing in any form said the beya or mine obey your mind Ghana Akwantufuo Radio or the ato say dia esia ye bia no ono so the contribution beba said the beya obebuo nyansa no na watom bia ma Ghana for ma ewo Ghana na se bi dru wo mo echichire wo man no so a wo mo se wo mo bedi wo man no so no so wo mo betie di a eni Akwantufuo Radio will be catching home. Because you are consume bisu fear or join they know through experience, through just sight crano or vision no womo ye nipa bia womo nya double or triple or multiple cultures. It is a nimdia woman no eniema woman hunu no. It mean woman compare niema. Emi hunu say Ghana ye ni say ya. Yenso ye betumi amiema no. Enya hope ya chechi. Hope die unibia na bibia tiatofom ne ba se wo hope dia ene lukreni ubetumi aboa ema wo man ayi wo man ura bombardie of akwamechia ho enchi bia bibio na won so ne eme ekoso ga na no ya wabetombia mai enti medima no besie no ye frefre amanfo say na the weather no itwa de ti say the wo Africa ewie tuemu sisi anopa wan konya o melanin you can go out to take your melanin in Europe do makumasi 60 ya odwene ne ma ho ewia nye numu enti Akwantufuo yaba yebeye adwuma ye ne da ura bomba de so I ready now pese utombi ma ye ni a ene na a friend is so mute ho na ebusa o say bamaso adwen kese na bomba de mo kromo ti say yesi papa no announcement bi ya obi a tidin a opesu obi ti
Machane, you know, Akwantufuo Radio, all the frequencies in Yachamo. Say, dan so, Mukoso eti Akwantufuo Radio. Ti, Yedamase. And then so you require Kwaku, any Equiafo. Yes, Kwaku Bunsam. What and he answer Obi the prosperous venture say, would he, and obviously the Kwame represent just say, or Brew was so. Nti edini de said de amachi de to my canton so me mane ho nti me ma edin ye de ma nche se sila na ne krampo na ye se de o yesu be but de o de ajinkwa na nkasa ho nti o de Kwame prosper obizi kofi hia so o discussing prosper no kra nti de na ye mane de to ye ho nti ye kase obi ye kwaku bunsam a na nche se bia oyo bunsane mu ne bia na omo ani eden etedu bi so a omo ani eden bia na omo resistant no ana gise bia omo so na enye bi so omo so na eye no because say na ye ebibrem na ye pe opaque things ye pe transparency ni accountability ni no no bia modern times na ayesa na nka ne de nka ye hwe bibie mu nti na ewo ho no nenso akoye questions and answers ye nense nsmp wo ho say thereby Electricity Corporation of Ghana na or maybe ne ewiase nyina no se ye ka se obi or maybe woska or maybe no ma ne nyina kogina o power source electricity na o de power sa de ne nyina enti sa o hwa Kwame kuma nyanse mu a oboy menya kosobo dam ye nya baako na etimi smete ye boxer nya aluminium yetimi de aluminium no so ye enoma pi chance ne enoma pi rose ne yetimi export nti maska ba o mining na ECG so ya de a yete se omo mboa na indisuti power na Water River Authority for so etimi ama ya afa gridco wires mu no omo disu no san jijiska no na se hu se ECG no since omo adane cartel ansa se oman bra ye bra nyina no ho na efri ebim de omu hu ye cause nwa se power sector ni kwa na edika be $2 billion $2 billion independent power for producers for no omu kwa na de omu ka be almost be 1.4 billion then so de bia nkofo so twa light bill prepaid ye di be ye wuto ya uka se mi kodun so aba na asa entine ye hu bebi ese sika no efa eti nanu ye kra no independent for no ka se o medundum enyinam kanea no emra ye nyentwi a ebi kanana akofo do nso gire bebi se obi efufuro se new eyaba enso na eka de no omuntwia na obehwa NDC one mu no na I believe say enye NDC one jeje time na even say NDC 2 say meals time no mo ye bibi e friend no ESLA energy sector levy actor ye kopa say ye discuss betututu petrol and kofo kobuso ne ade na se ukobu petrol na kakran betutu ne de kotwia yeka itina ye very good mechanism ka because ketimi twa yeka ne nyina awie na minim de ye se sika no afa hi o ye yo empenifo no omo disika ne nyina aye ne basa na de bia sa mo fa ECG so e na yesa kwasade no e diska no cause wo hwa akofo no mesukwa prepaid kwa ya change base 3 times acquire a passport and they say digital and they biometric and they digital ne yes san e bi ko 5 years 10 years na say kwasase bebre prepaid me a year maka je say ai ti fo muti maka je say o man bi no asase a 70% of the power and as ni energy you know service no a year prepaid because en set enya nya pe e bi ju maketwa na watwe e bi nyu obosome e na bi zo ehiafo e bi e middle class e bi upper class it won't mean that will be say on top electricity and sana were use aboche baby omukro muska kra baby ni wa baka say me America me say yes twa power and sana use ye the bill na bro bosome ne wotwa ye the bill na bro bosome ne wotwa e na wotwa so a o say service bi e fa electricity hu bia no o say ECG po ye ti light pole bu enso to na ye a o so mo ko fix ma by now one person mo ye ne katent mo giska ninti no the ten say enka ne prepaid ne buy because 1997 ne buy na ye papa na ready be ne no omo the prepaid ba omo wo baby warehouse or whatever o baby a omo kono ma ajoso no enti wo ye na asa ye man light of ye show ya abusa na aswate enti digitalization ye kan once technology no enkofo di ade papa no ye de na ye didi bone sa ne association no eti ye chenyi prepaid wo be hwa ema krobofo kra mo eastern region kra say mo kra light bo muntua because bills na eba no kra na ni susu to mo so mo pay you know and enye mra say wo ka che obi say obi wo postpaid no on sesan ko prepaid but ye especially na domu administration ATS no mo ye ya mo bia e comment ko prepaid which is wrong so aban ka say o mo bibia eye na je say wo wa de na won na ye into oju postpaid meter na obetwa bosome no ama prepaid na wonya kwan discount 10 ni e konkofo fie umpo se o mo warrant o ye ni ye betu post meter no na ye prepaid meter wanya nya ma electricity etenoko Ghana no se de Ghana Telecom ayira no na ye bi empelefon bebre no mogimigimi ye ende so omutumode obi a oye beka ye ka beinfo na obi a oye distracted spirit o se no ma entimen kohwa abrewa bi no Ghana oye beinfo uni evidence bia abrobie no a wo mu se wo ye yi e wo mu se beye ene saa nyankomas ni demons no de but the hu no practical pa e politicians no ye misleaders no om na ye be for number 1 so that
the philosophy of za prepaid no hwe say e nyansa na say ye chrono system hwo ade wontie ade friend is service un render service ede na oji hu aketua ede na oji hu aketua na se eba se adwuma no wanye mana anso ni de wotua ka no wan supply energy no a ekwa be so na nipa kora wotua dada no ne nsabeka losses no enti me de menyansa mu de me fi se chrono system chrono system simply because we render service what barely nipa kro so we consume on everyone say we consume de also consume there ene no ano no but better the losses no want me recuperate there ene what we are no e kwan be so na the losses no ubetua me dey minim how the function the system works but me problem me pese muchi me say betua o say betua enfan say 10 kilowatt e was me consume na 10 kilowatt me hwe ni mo no me nsan kan etimi ana say me busa say tama me electricity me nsan kan na saa tama me pe no me nsan kan no ekwa be so na mita no eye mami record se mensa kan na se mensa kan. Bomba de chichi mu kire me na ni me pia confuse me.
What we say, and make you say, a service. The idea of prepaid, make I say it was supposed to be on pilot base, and for the middle and upper class, maybe a car East Lego money, Bachona money, spent a Sakomo estates for no, maybe a Kumasi, be a two estate money. I can say in Shire Sony and Hojumu Sad, and you'll be a Kumasifia. And that bears a 200 woman, a bear 150 per bears a 500 woman, not Obia individuals be a prepaid meter ball. See if it makes sense. Maybe Papa Yatin, men and nephew, Araga, and then 14. Maybe upon an energy light bill. Meter back, nice one. Obia ni muda hokama, Baranda Krabunya, and Okono de Gunodi, Obia Konyamita. It is a check by points. It me woman, it is a total grandpapa credit to me. The points in Quabia, it me cover woman. Because a year for the brain system. A year for the brain system. Ghana, your man living wage, your man minimum wage. That's the minimum salary and a base wage or employee be bet me the amount. What do you mean below that?
Baba de unanano system no de to e bi kra omo etifie ho no. Omo kra your friends bill no kra en fan kire omo yesu di ni say na osu tia say na osu tia ya chegu omo.
I know the asala no mo to wan say e fe kwa bebu kra at least no. Won be say bosom na wutua. Enye ni monimu ya. So that's it. It is at and bosom no de te dem bosom no 30 days is enough. It is a bia. You say here for internet you bush and so no to be offer no the kakra brew and now be so kwa you back kakra so. But prepaid in here one chair want to be use power bia. And I would tell Gusu so yeah to any na make no omu wi wo de one wakoto 500. A bit to 1,000. A bit to 1,000 because to 5,000. Because or she won't say be opportuma or no say wababochire or Ghana or Shimu. Also is a person is Asia. Asia so ya na eko. Obi kwat mi kodan car mo say obetu the car na AC the kwan or just say affordable say ono ane Asia or the bedroom na say yimenti enkofo de bia na ohyew. No bo so obehia na when can say all this prickly heat in this no money nyabo say na wunya ensa no utimi na wako juma what sorry a bit me so 3 am obedo juma na about 10 because traffic in kra na carbon monoxide confirm be broga no mo leukemia sade ni yin traffic we know say exhaust pipe yenko service yenko emission test bia na futuro tuntun sanda won humi go obedo juma no ma bre ni nya poison so mo
oba de me pacho me no the woman ni say prepaid no belu accordingly dia any me fi say kwa no but se base energy bi wo ho no a on consume ye and I say company no fail you say bia 3 days they be electricity my because of supply problems binti na what we are no chu consumption dia me feel say ne o say woni company no because
papa me mama running because me sawa bia asa me answer
okay any require subject you bet me are discussing
me take no me about 10 minutes am yitino
you to us
the next 5 minutes na me enti ne de sanity o enti no ye waso ye fa no Public Utilities Regulatory Commission very budgeting you call for Republican because or say it supervise power companies no netco abo service northern region for ne usage no 80 PURC no o ma kwese Consumer Bureau Authority say bia who got top power na say bia service ne nya ye report ko ho ye monitor Ghana Water Company for nyina omu nyina hye sa PURC no but at the end it say yetimi dum light na ye so light na obi normal say oh current fire yini mu ntino etimi man kofo bebre esai
eno de me pacho supply company no say what the true fear the juma ende
Mami
Utra meter no pay.
Papa mami miss me time. No you know. Ni nyina no enye se bia supply you know. Once I na komu no ni nyina no ye charge ECG. Ba makanyo sense Ghana no. Ye enforce maintenance say and now uka bibi say na ye nkofo anya say and now what we say last year mo a nkofo no mo say you know at the end of PURC for the kind almost charge ECG and ECG in fact some amount of you can say ingu ma nkofo aboche utimi nyesa aboche utimi say yebesu eti me use ever source say me no man say ba na power na media I will provide it is no ma say ya omo na me charge omo enye nso na efemu enye nso sanse na pipe na wo mfie no say paya na say enye me for say bia ya two pipe mu na Ghana water for be pipe na pipe no pressure no so say na pipe wo say oma ene oma pro say there be oma say me no ma so enti you no me bebre wo a Ghana ehia consumer bureaucracy I know you ekoba bibia anything say ukoto ade obo otumiko boutique okota ade boutique brand say things soda and not return when I just things soda not returnable because they enforce him rano ade bia to bia obetima return it aboche ye bo football American football ikofokoto TV 18 inches you know o hwe no side ko company budget on pay ma entokwa Ghana kwani kwa say me dey ma ton ade me say at the bond na waton no you can return anything say Kobe because the structure no me bebre o say formalizing your informal sector ni bebre say you know kona nkwase for okwe wakoto na nkwase wa just scale into ukoto na 1 pound 1 pound and do 1 pound eso waje 1 pound sika ni nya esisi anything ya wo Ghana standard board no no also mo measure units ni nyina anti olonka ne sai nyina ekwasasem olonka nye a standard measurement olonka no bi di mota koshim ebo akogum na ode no magum na o hwe gari gum udi se waton gari olonka me so won ton hwe ma ho wobu na o hwe gari ne enso eti no mabebre ko wrong aye ye wo hu no nyina food and drug boss no testi ndro o testi no nyina ene akoya na o ye ya okokra eduboni a cop mission naka enkwada na empefo nyina be no ya di nakọ cause na we ya no politics ndi ye ja no na what other so to enroll ema you know this say nye di obi na konwe na ye stop here na so nkan no nyina and just imagine enroll ye de go system a ye jema obi nye hu ye oba ba kusa la bianca ono so kofa say tuna say de ya asay ye nyina no this is o mo party financials no mo de nya be rem eti de bia Ghana ni yem say Ghana ni yem say eti owo bebre wo ye hu kwan a ekoponi wo yeso koda ya wabu ya say wo yem no manyina o kidi nyina eyi na de kra paracetamol kontimi to na kidi na wo betuma he esika fo kontimi to dialysis machine no so that say enti enoma pin na ko Ghana hwe enama ye ton Kobe na o ma share the formalin no a constituent of a chemical found formaldehyde. Say drone na yedi preserve efunu say efunu pro wo watching no. Say drone yedi share efunu a on pro only partners na kotos ade na free watch for no e de abehye Kobe etubo hu de Kobe anwas na enyes anwas na you. But no mebu wa utumu say attract emwa bi say anwas na bakukra ni Kobe me nka say anwas na no kra ye unhealthy but at least na science say ade bi koso anwas na kwampo wodwane said ye GM foods no obohu say o program omo so monwe bro no koso omo say bibi wom na wo so pe Kobe ni body ampese ni contomre na say enyadoa wo hwe ngwagu so ukodi ye na miyemo say efunu edro na ye de afse Kobe no na wadia na wo yem asai engu kokko no susu a red oil no susu a onipa de se mitimo oden wakofa de bi efa no sudi na de policy empabwa no ne chemical name is Sudan 4 which is chemical Sudan 4 a red agent na eman yakoto opese ne ngo no aben because anywhere opade a colorful anywhere yakopod man no opade colorful etuko hu na abs enwo de redder than red wo de akodi wan pesie miyemo say I want Sudi. Na mamifo na sa kwa sorry dan if you obekọ masalachi kokodenya miase so wenyeska enso wasen kofo bebreyem food and drug and so omo marketing ko teste omo labs ni nyina na eda hokwa enso na abanda sutua lab tech voka negijeka entis ewo bebreye we na ye ukwada ya wada wewe na oteke fm wan announce funeral announcement dada anu so yesika do akwaje owner service na yayi fun bebrato for say ice na from ho cause e be ye it is the only sector of the economy constantly no aye no fun economy what is sika ko shape fun no umbo kada ene oche fun nyase so mu kra canopies ne enkonwa na obi aye na eye ene wo ko YouTube obetuma boy yenyom 5 hours wo pa wo hia DJ wo disi so abebo yin nyina wonya wo bluetooth microphone de obese obebo sa bia no abo eye kwa na eye Ghana owo hu business ye and the part that say no so timi di be 80 years Ghana ni wo disi 5 no wo de nyame ase na hwehwe sudu mi de friend go wu ana de time kran say na ntwenam so a omo pese anwansa na babo so omo di insecticide ready no what they call asema we can call YouTube ko hwe bo se su red insecticide aye di kuntontom na yi na ye spray gu enam no se ye mpese abo bia beba ho eno manyina ko so Ghana o ade ko so Central Market KGT Malamata Market Agboboshi Market ne Makola na nyame ko na nti nko omo sorry so ntente no ko yesa kwasa sebe no nti ade be che wo no so o yire kwadwuma za yi na o destroy product ni nyina ewie yakata so kama to kotobe fia we don't say we innocent person me edigu yiyem etiminya saa na tenti yisi asem de mekaja say saa na tie ene wo eyi eba na medi bewehwe se de na sitie de koba ya nyakopo de ne wo me say nyakopo na di nsem abo de 2 MPP aman hu ye o nka saa kwa asem nyina nka ekosoa we kakaka na ma ma kwendi 2 ma nka empoproye na aba no hwe de siye se de na tie ye feno error of comedy MPP for na ekopo ho asem nyakopo na say mo famra na yenka ho asem it is saying the koye and say the great ECG container heist no aye hu ye no a comedy of errors no saying the kobaye scene 1 say because Ghana the MPP time them say a true say a crime scene. It all began during the grand transition of power when the outgoing MPP government left a farewell note to the incoming NDC government that read, by the way, there are 3,000 ECG containers chilling at the port. Enjoy. But wait, when the Minister of Energy, acting like a detective in a telenovela, visited the port, the officials scratched their heads and said, boss, it's actually 2,500. And the MPP NDC said, transition, you say, Ghana crowd was 3,000 containers ECG for the into Omokoshwe. And this was when you time Okokan, no, na 2,500. Okay, fine. Omofre Ghana Port Harbor Authority for no so ekas Debbie Adena Moka say 2,500 crown 1,132. Yes, you say Kobusa was yeah, brother, 2,462. It's a buyer who cost 3,000. And people and this for Ghana 2,500. Yes, if one Adeni Omodian so more so say 2,462. They just say only put out no I ain't had the Casino on taking stock of a dear Craig Guano. MPP say 3,000, NDC 2,500. This is for what so. The committee refusing to trust anyone. I want a Mama Suti committee. So I'm going him. We say 3,000, we say don't call, and the committee refusing to trust anyone, counting the container themselves, and surprise, the Ghana Port Harbor Authority was right. This meant 1,328 containers have taken in all expensive land of the lost. Crime scene 2. Now you think ECG with a shipping account that receive 5 million cedis every week for clearing containers will be good at all. Now what you be not Ghana taxpayers? You might receive 5 million a year. So clearness, clear. In 2022, ECG's managing director
Dubik Mahama and Asamo Dubimanda had a light bulb moment. Let's stop paying into the shipping account and see what happens. A whole half of the Asemono Esha say by Entino Ushe demurrage any normal air na Nafidie. Or much as say a church or mocha. The more being quiet, equal 1.5. You can't demurrage, so one coin in Temtino, a pilot, and it cost for her. Because you had an annual dear who occupy space there also. The more in Kwana 1.5 million cities. So, it's a number P, no one but me the Koto. Akwantufuo no Munkofia sa crime scene. No, and there cost war. Some do become managing director or introduce 2 new companies, so clear containers and back here, Mint Logistics and that was Bond Limited. 2 companies Baku was just one employee. Baku was just one employee. And Baku was 10 employees. And I yet this age, Mint Logistics was giving 1,110 containers to clear at a cool cost of 160 cedis per container. Container Bakuna Yakwa lifting every Ghana Bono, Abba ECG baby of the Konukran, ye container beer 160,000 cedis. It multiplied by 1,110, that is 177 million cedis. That was both limited and so almost 200 containers. 150,000 cedis per container, totaling 23 million cedis. Who knew clearing containers was more lucrative than gold mining? And comfort were to Galamsey. Say na container clearing is Kakra womb. I was saying, come on, I said, come on, macho men for Kwana. Ekasa Mukoyakon or Mumo be what thousands on magic as for container at the possible be observed of Nukosi. Container Bako, yeah, charge it 160,000 but also charge it 115,000 Ghana cedis, multiplied by 200 containers or other ones, multiplied by a 1,110 containers. ECG continues importing containers like an over enthusiastic online shopper. Containers na yede ba na ECG for ni nya na omo ye dwunum no na omo da so ka container, but they forgot to deliberate, they forgot to clear them. It mean ya amania akoso Ghana no when you just comedy so when you comedy kakra na aban buy what me hu a kire no say aban we buy kwana say bia my expectation will be say expectation it does not be meant to him and there me ba for che there obi a we here badwe me be able at least no we needed a change, and the Mahama government, at least they are not just saying it, they are putting action. Welcome and come my room share and crashes. Oh, at least well, had this 8 years to be paid. What won't be say? Yakwachi will be say, yeah, supposed to be say yeah, one. But at least Mahama no was sharing and say be finished at end they can know. First food is not the food, second food is not the food. To was share at least 1 second. Ababy said the Biana or why cano was share no maybe. So we show no maybe at least in me who say you can't on boy. There's no relief here. 80 men what never been to happen.
Bombardier Obeka Ghana. Your system that you say I cheat. Nah, as a more cacra, many can say, Yakopo, Ayuku, Etu, MPP, Abanyegu. Any Sinyakopo, Yaku, no dear, any mamma in him say, what the Juma Papa be a hensa. Eti mama, Edia Kunyana Mau dear, any yes, Rawara. O mino, I cheer. Hey! Gane ni bia woti gane bia wo hwehwe kwane a obedi die no e kwane a wodi fenisika no hey ya di nipa na yem oman o enti nipa no so wo madwene no problem wo mu a oman no problem mfiri mu da Dr. Brewa wa ha ono de oye friend is mama ni papa me ya me friend na konta no true Susan Akunta. Enti enya machia se bnewa wo space a obetumi abeka wasemu a brana beka na ene de ye be discuss eniema ye Ghanafo eni ye friends and companies e wo ha wo mu famra kwaso nya dwuma na wo mu sisi Ghana for uko dwom so uko digwa boy enura na me ka kire ofadwum say na ofadwum side wo Ghana enam say ofadwum wo experience about the Ghanaians in nature nti wo ba UK no abeto ne side no de akọ Ghana na me ampatan kra nchini nyina wo beto free UK no de akọ na ni papa eni hey me hui kanepa Ghana side ni e mani ni de keka ho wo de ko ano a enso ofadwum o decide e brochi side no open enje fresh one mpo de egu nchensin mu brewa say why you ready there all mute home ayemo bamaso I'm say bring when ni adaji any of atwum so ti anka of akwame na efre win all mute hu na be defend o man see there UP CPP for omo abobo omo no omo so omo aye bi da nti entra ho magana nsei nti omo organize omo kakren se de be ya akonwa ne to a omo so be ba be so mu no ma ye Ghana ti se de kwame nkroma ye no
Yeah, hello. Hi.
Ovajum Bamaso
Adwin kese nene nkomo no idwa hin.
The woman is say when you are prepay meters be a omo de bebu boy no na bombardier kan ho asem na say prepaid no a omo de be replace standard ones no
Yeah.
ba prepaid de say yen render service no kra no otua it is a service na ma den na nkrofo no omo enya omo tososo no bombardier de also be highlighting ti yen dwintwene ho yi because say a kind of chrono bi a omo de bogana for what you go when your service now we expect no and so we see council there's nowhere you can get your money back no so anything
Na se mo ka no credit Michigan or we mean team sa antina mo kan means me team dey say your render service you're not getting the service all right scale to answer I'm saying I have difficulty understanding this accepting it tina me busan do the buy one tree mu here
bombardier de obey an announcement nti say o ye adwumenti o adwumem na me de kakra meti ase ni say Ghana no say dia kodro no say ECG no company bia they work on monopoly because so what electricity dia untumi nsan wo
na sa wo mo ko an company
and I'm say woman na connection nti ye propose omu yesi just woman impose sa prepaid meters no na de ma wo but kame hu ye de enka ye wo normal service who provide na nipa kro de wa consume no akotua but we de menti entisa wotua enti wotua na ja tito according to your consumption no aka me fi say wo mo ewo bia wo betu atua no wo mo tua na advance but wo mo che say ebia ye supply ho na a friend is saying bibiaba you didn't get your supply but na o meter twa obeko yes we na awe bra wunyenya sa unita wuhia no emu no kure na me pese me hunu no
me I mean tea je wo kan kra me tia but me hunu how it's what mean just me dear so prepaid bi e wo mu ahodo be mienu miensa me dear your card. So I can even buy credit onto my meter online. Me on my phone. So now my press numbers me me online tab here because I consume a lot of electricity, air condition, normally jazz music. That be anti media mini problem. But others will be
Overcome any mammy musa. Motor on period and answer on energy supply. Say only 2 months. Until 2 months.
You can buy it every day. It's up to you how much you want to buy. Meet me at Toby there. A chance to sell with Canada at Toby. Second, me and me talk. I can buy it online now. Me my set up on my phone. So me person me 200 200 me press. Then I transfer sika from my Momo account. Nam da come vendor no. Nam vendor no so I just can now. Sending me a token number. Me key into my meter. Me that amount of electricity is 100 cities and 900 about me meter also. He will send me a token and I convert into Sika energy. Now we meter also. Now that made me fear this. I nipe pedia minim sana.
That's what for a period of time be no. Now when you supply no. See, I will maintain your credit and
there be media time ya to be a minya supply no. So be at to be no see supply na mother. I saw call the district electricity office. No call lodge complaint. It be a fault to be no mama technician be about the meter. No, they make me account one.
And in that case, a guarantee whom say, Otra, you get the service, you get the energy.
The energy, as I say, but say my not fault to be your baby. Either say meter also and a card also. Then no, you, the customer, must go to the district electricity office to lodge your complaint. The more office actual faults, ECG faults. That's the window. You throw me and call me home faults. No one lodge your complaint. Then they assign a technician to look at your card first, and I bet your card, Now if you come IT department, you share computer me say card in the fault here. One meet me who near can be actual. Say meter also the fault here. Technician be ba fie. No be meter also tintin media sana me nim. Say what customer must make the first move, lodge a complaint by walking to the electricity district office. You lodge your complaint. The one lodge we are. Then a trigger investigation. Either say card, maybe a fault to be our card also. And now say meter also fault. It will trigger a series of and then technicians will be at work tracing what the problem is. That is what I can say for now.
Overcome the system no working fairly.
Yeah, and when I say you have to walk to the district ECG office, lodge a complaint. I've done that before, and then a series of at the end, your friend says solutions will be triggered. But what is the card? Who talk a meter goes maybe a fault here. They take the card, put it through their computer systems. One press it, baby. They see whatever. And now I say, media minimum no. Maybe your regular electricity supply will be free. Maybe me toa a basso, me toa a bat me card no so talking. Nobody a good meter. So I don't have a problem. I don't so interested will be any problem. So will be your problem. I'll recommend say the patrono on the district ECG office to lodge a complaint. A series of engineers or technicians will be triggered. Say one, the card also, and then the meter will be baby fee. What the screwdriver will be a meter, no, or press numbers be also be as a horn photo or be who stop. There be nim and American way. Why? Thank you.
Now, over to Kakra, what Africa no hono. What about the Aneja, what we are money? Say, Ekuya, and I say, Echia, and I say, who commentary.
Oh, Ghana, dear, say, and Kuyi, baby, and all day, my very busy because not my year, dear, me bar land, me medicals, my area, me bar me home. And tea, now, whether we are bo, who say we more, a reaction, but from an evening, mention pay, I want to be. It now quickly, me start here look for a ticket. Me start here with British Airways, then I'm not pay 5 o'clock in the morning. I was on the net, me name me banner. Yes, search it for ticket, reasonable. Then the quotation they give me £1,200. We say, Accra and London, Accra and back to London. Because I said about October or November, I'll be back in London. I was in the body, mean child. Enti ni sechi ya na me ba no nya KLM Dutch airline no Amsterdam for plane no. And you nyan mami starting with £688. A return from London, Amsterdam, Accra, and now as I remember London on the 15th of October, 6 months time. A D 10 minutes now price now increase it cost £720. On the one because one grab one or click the computer link on that. See, let's say many ticket I met yaka £720 return.
Instead of 600, I jump cost. Yeah,
the price keep rising. That's you have to trade into 720 up Metia. Into a turn of I'm out of land. I'm opportunity to 6 o'clock. Taxi by Famako Airport. I'm flying to Amsterdam. This time say this time now I'll be in the air. Since I'm across North Africa, I'll be around Algeria. And that's how I bought 6 or 6 quite another year drew. Me obey Timbuktu. We are halfway along the year drew Burkina Faso.
We are wishing you safe return.
Thank you.
Now, Bombardier, over Chumsi, or no, there, sir, prepaid, there, or no, there, or no, the use, mano. He has no complaint on that prepaid system, no.
Different.
Or no, I met it, or submission.
No problem. One call the district electricity office to lodge that complaint. It will trigger either you may retrieve the card or it be a card and just synchronize properly. And I say a best smart technician or be fear or be me a meter or so no. It can be corrected if that problem arises now. But me dear card I'm using there for about 3, 4, 5 years. I mean, no problem there. It works perfectly all right for me every day, every time. This will be any problem already. You have to pay a visit to the district electricity office, lodge your complaint, and then they will send some technicians to look into your case. Either you have a card, maybe call IT office. Now with a computer, maybe synchronization and maybe correct or so yes, I a physical, maybe they send a technician to come to your house, open the meter with screen and numbers be so. And I think that problem, whatever the problem is, will and can be resolved. That is what I know.
There are some man I can say. We paid the 1997 at buy. So Bekaya MPP buy within the last 8 years, no. Yes, you say prepaid as a bear 3 times. Na BBM no say yeah, a to the beer. Ye the genuine ones no say ye to friend to obu out niti timi ye na ne den dey me kai say ye shall say from estate sa communist na sin for na mo shall say free ho et na correct pa na e reading po e share den ready ti e man go say na this is the proper way na at the city because we issue o power na based on the normal wadum no na dey sis one so that say correct. But no, adjust scale no. And prepaid meter, and no maybe say you China. It to me ba for the first we correct but enough the 80. I will not disagree with say be a would the end can the BBM no yet me the frame say count of this can in frame any correct one frame. But be so when issues are to the be I was in a prepaid no call a Kumasi. Edum one is was a lie assign for it to say prepaid in any. Oh, and to the beer, what Togus your malite of Nay, so penny at it. And to the on my discredit a or Matis can be if they be papa send papa me to be man, they be no or complaining. So this all coin. I can't say a take or baby if top high. Now as I call no complain is no me. Now then I did because I can say no country on earth. If the country is more productive, say about 70% of households no money use prepaid. There's a reason why you will postpaid meter now because a be a juma now watch a be a juma bosom and a Ghana especially postpaid because a here for no dorsal any a working class
a dorsal
a dorsal. It is a bosom crown in your channel bosom that they be not offer to be cry about canoa what your babu no the coach. Ben any day you say wuchia answer na enti me say I didn't care you but It shouldn't be said, Ubeko Kumasifio, also they to private house, that it makes sense. Say compound house in there and a best hand and now be our meter woman
and no quite the fire baby fuel.
Coastal, no, or you say, a gentleman missing complaint, Mr.
And no way since baby.
But Pitini Kwana because papa no light bill or a minute if you know to Araga. So it's a checkpoints now will be and to Bosu will be in your will be in every crana. I told him quite to me sort here when you say same here. Because a here the dorsal. A here what also, but when you're partial, it's say like it will eliminate waste and basis in the waste in the quandages. And yet, it's a kind of just a comcocha or maybe see. And then I use it for Jaya. Containers was some be.
As I become
so pay ya uko abattoir proper slaughterhouse media almost came uko abattoir ni kumasa abattoir ndi omo standardized. But so uko you what dia standard scale no ya just no anything ya wo Ghana standard board so omo na ye aso ya so omo measure omo calculate sa scale ni na any sa olonka na yi na ye be anya so that's the point any penny won to Ghana ho. And then you want public and make a public utility regulator, it is a what they say, and now a control meter and say, yeah, or so catch them not almost finding a ECG, any Ghana water company. But among yet, a woman back was not almost say, ECG, I find 10 million cities, but I don't know, but and only is I say this kind of consumer no by yet back credit too. When next time I go to any consumer protection agency, a very, very important. Man, be a serious well, Sadiano. Consumer protection agency. So, anything about you, maybe I'm taking it, just saying, ever saw no, only what me, but to me, general, it is so, go say, my dear. And then you can almost say, winter time, no more power, a cable, wires needed, and you call away town, you. And, governor say, my lawyer say, what he has said, the name no, almost have a credit here. Summertime we go, almost it's kind of the buyer that's going so now, or some coyer in a course near anything, almost have a credit because I said the ever so. And for focus on more papers, be a NSS go for solar, and whoever says you live, and no, who calls this and North Carolina, not Duke Energy. Almost on pay yes, but yet the ECG only alternative, yeah, at all monopolizing, and I didn't saw you, it won't be a go. So the kaya okay 2 years ago Krobo and can talk right several see Krobo.
It was
almost a bill said but doesn't make sense to the and the easy this is over bill no normal company bill in the society I also go check 20 about 30,000 cities. Now better than go for next year.
Just says can that
and almost
Abrantie bi wo Zimbabwe. And now why you generator be now generator no the output to ye 15 kilowatt me say average home be a organ be a bit me a supply no sa energy needs especially electricity
of Kwame. Ghana doesn't even need generator. You hear solar no can it get a minute I just say one my you long winter. Some company you was bringing a woman and so be you go je we a stream yes I near and California mostly power western states into the any south or North Carolina but hano and go forward to that. I could now no your mom credit into your power no near the mine industry no banye production near credit to solar maybe I'll be a be no what keep it. Villages say what Ghana. Get the mom solar. And we are Ghana. Ghana is at the Ghana center of the earth. Equatorial your team. Ghana, Unima, Ghana, you enjoy more sunlight hours than so many countries. Ebia or more maybe or general money about one but Ghana the average at that cross out of the 12 hours of daylight, you don't 6 hours constantly. And
6 hours. What's 6 hours? There be a 24-hour a day.
24 hours.
50%.
Would you ever say 12 hours, but because the average video, we don't teach him average, would ever say 6 hours constantly.
Debbie. I know they want your fair. Also,
If I just say 12 hours now on any time behind, I won't say, if you say, I can say, a really just so constantly. Who wants a sunlight?
Young one, a money finds you. Radiant energy, Banunina, Nina, as a class of crowd or winya a panel papa, and also generate electricity. Nubi.
Anytime because you say, the I want to say, yeah, who equator now, only cloud cover. It is sunlight radiation or a violent rays of the sunlight, never directly. Solar, no, the only cause the woman here, first cause, no, initial cause now, we better to charge and any panel, and adding, until a buying first idea, or the main cross it for now. No, I give almost you see before the come on, not the or the factories, no. No more the power, but obite
solar energy there, ne power no, ne power output no. Would the cofa machines na consume heavy electricity?
Me say, you make crazy for the solar na Ghana de na ye ECG na call no ya je enye solar na ye de come factory. So that's it. Exchange progress say dey work carbon exchange, you know.
No dey me no ya agreement.
Ya need know who dey into we say Water River Authority for no every day any grid conference
domestic supply no true. Who true the Ghana cry abuse akosombo energy no.
Who the solar power back where be a bit per 100 houses. How many houses the way be crashing? It be a 50, 20. No more connect to more. And the solar ne interbano or take social intervention costly na ama no more use. Unless it be a you could be power or the other money use no one copy the VR at the end and then option and you say you check your wires but say company be bound yes would you need all crop to use solar for some of the things be office where you be a power intensive no. This is how we create production. Germany, Ghana, so and yet the windiest area a year was able to make the wind turbines and from Gukwa. What kind of people are we are not thinking? So that's a easy corruption.
Mama, Okokra gas. Eddie generating electricity. And now so say ya bochi for you who said no since who say dey sim na no so miniso ojachum so woni solar panel bomba dey since nkofo bebre ayi bi Ghana to wutumi to wa wonsuo na wo solar panel me say hey enu anu ho beto wonni cost bia dey aka say obedidi why your garden
why your garden ko wutumi nyento so na yi kakra atoso dey kakra betum na yi na I cut cost it me say me no Nyamia do me fear mewie nyame de solar panel cause me meet your home crab and for that kind of me say solar no sika bia say me bia I would rather invest no manya solar no say 20 years maybe 15 years gonna I will say so much by the time battery no crab week no na but must say bia nya foforo unfortunately if you know Accra so as so no ye nchene say Kumasi bia me papa for no ye tun so kama ye man water be me say me water atome ye tun so no satan krana that nothing ke tun that do na 5,000 and then e ko be 120,000 and I'm say member modern ye tun so kama insurance area ko obi bizu ko bit be insurance ni bi insurance say when ye use nyina washing machine nyina ye man water be e aka solar no that chi bia ye say me next project say me papa feel me this solar na me am de na nyankopado me this solar be guso no water bill, no light bill. And by obedient to me for bill. Say water bill, yeah, no. Okay, yes, but so many ways, because you need a chance. It will also come to no, Papa, up there. About disconnecting, no, yeah, my water bill, and then say, okay, I can light. Me pay prepaid because I send the 80. Me yes, so long, man. Need them also the TV, but you got the TV, and my TV, and in the tape, and that light in because energy. And they cry you use Flores and you use energy saving bulbs.
Okay. Petro Abba.
Yo, Tino,
friend is abenso eta hon mo dada ono so why na adwene so be kemi. Enti Dr. Abi say why ready so be kasa dia ye ma bama so. Ayesa dia
Yeah, of Kwame, yeah, I think it's here.
yeah.
What,
One and only financial advisor.
What is your problem?
And what is your problem? What have you heard about Ghana? But say the baby discussing. No, we are discussing about energy supply in Ghana. Any monopoly company to say ECG, no, they are not playing fairly with their customers. ABC one more prepaid system, no. A way be a one more the robust citizens, one more clients, no. Now, if you all cry now, koto prepaid, no, you don't get the supply. So, and
of Kwame, let me read something briefly.
okay.
Weja Bawe NDC congratulates Ayiku Okanse on his appointment as new ECG Deputy Managing Director.
Twasu.
Wejagbawi NDC congratulates Ayiku Okanse on his appointment as new ECG Deputy Managing Director. If you read, so this is the new MDO. And if you read about his profile, even though he's worked for the company for this 28 years and so on, he was the HR manager until he's been made the new deputy managing director. So this is the one who is supposed to solve the problems of ECG. And the reason for his appointment is simply because he was an NDC member. He used to be their treasurer. He used to be this. They have not said anything that when he was the 28 years and so on, he was ECG, what changes, what transformation, nothing. All what they want is they want him to be congratulated for giving the post. Bombardier, I don't agree with your assertion that about prepaid meter and so on. ECG can vary their business model based on development and so on. The problem or the onus is on the government. Because in the whole world, these utility companies are supposed to be highly regulated because they are more or less like monopolies. So in the UK here, they try to break the monopoly by encouraging other companies to join, but still they have clout. So the best way to deal with them is to regulate them. Okay. So that they don't abuse their monopolistic power, they don't charge excessively, and so on. UK here, since yesterday, 1st of April, about 7 utilities have seriously increased all their services. 7 of them, water, energy, gas, electric, a serious thing. Some of them, the reason they gave is they need to up their investments, they need to change a lot of things and so on. But the government is monitoring and agreeing and, but at least giving them conditions they have to meet. And they are expected to be run efficiently to reduce waste. Because here, the government does not allow them to pass their inefficiencies to the consumers or to the general public. But in our part of the world, the prices we are paying are the result of ECG's incompetence. Profile all the directors, starting with your classmates. Do big man. Somebody who is supposed to use his precious time to do strategic thinking, to move the organization from A to B, is using that time to go and chase their debtors. Something that there are people who are supposed to do it. He's spending his precious time to go and do that. And now we are all seeing what he saw. We are seeing the consequence of what he saw. Then MDC is repeating the same thing by appointing these people like this guy I just read about. They haven't told us what he has achieved at ACGO, but he has been given this position. He's just coming to walk through and cause more harm, more damage.
Abi, he hasn't performed, so you don't judge him just at the start of his action.
Repeat what you said.
I said somebody who has newly been appointed. No, you don't judge his performance. He hasn't been on that post before.
Kwame, you yourself, this argument you are putting through shows that you are very naive. This guy has worked at ECG for 28 years plus. What were his achievements?
And you want to offer Kwame to
tell me his achievements. Tell me.
There is a vacancy in the corporation. And they are looking for somebody to occupy that position.
Did they advertise for that vacancy?
If within they can find somebody.
Did they advertise for that vacancy?
If within the corporation they can give the post study, they don't need to have the advertise.
Okay. So carry on with your program then. I'm done. I'm not going to say anything again. Carry on.
So now when you say government, so right now we have the Public Utility Regulation Commission. Look at what they do.
Yeah.
Provide guidelines for rates to be charged for the provision of utility services. Examine and approve utility rates. Protect the interests of consumers and providers of utility services. Monitor and enforce standards of performance for provision of utility services. Promote fair competition among public utilities. Receive, investigate, and settle complaints relating to utility services. And last one, advise any person or authority in respect of any public utility. So, is it the case of enforcement, or it's just a weekend commission, or just?
It seems like the PURC, the Public Utility Regulatory Commission, is also not living up to the task. Do you understand? So we can blame them. But in the first place, we expect the ECG to be efficiently run. But that is not what we are experiencing. I don't know for other regions, but in Accra, Bombardier, until recently, I don't know whether they've stopped or what. They made a very stupid decision that I cannot understand. Why a human being working in an organization or leading an organization like ECG would take such a decision. They came out with a policy that all meters in most of the houses should be placed outside the house.
On the pole, the electric pole for us accessibility.
How? So in the night when your power goes off and you've got top up, you need to go outside your house to go and top it up. And
to go
people
go
were
meet the professionals.
vandalizing people's meters. How do we think?
Abby, let me tell you about
Kwame, this man you are defending. He was one
I'm
of
not
them.
defending anybody. I'm not
You are
defending
defending him.
anybody.
is also expressing. Abby, let me tell you about the MD Dubik. On our achievement platform, this thing came out. You see, sometimes the sycophancy is also there because our mates. But I deal with him like, hey, you are a public servant, so it's not about a matter of you. I told them, like, when they went to the club, but you remember the same thing that they were doing, that they were going to do inspections. I said, look, do you know that you need a warrant to come to people's house? Because right now they will just come, I'm an ECG, and you don't know the Judas from the Pharisee. Because people are taking advantage. The bad guys, they know that ECG is coming. So I told them, look, you are invading someone's privacy, so you need a warrant. And he thought that, I said, then later on, when I said that, then they went back and, okay. Then it's, okay. You see, these are some of the things we do things.
I think the idea came up from the fact that if they send their technicians out to read the meter and the house is locked, there's no way that they can get access to the meter. So they thought the solution was to put the meters outside.
Kwame, that is not a sensible thing to do.
What's your suggestion?
ECG has so many mechanisms for taking off that particular house from the energy supply.
In France, they do radio reading, distance reading. So
which is another technology they could apply. Look, there are a lot of solutions around, but what they did was a lazy person's thinking. For a whole company to behave that way, look, people were just vandalizing people. Imagine in the middle of the night, your power is going off, you'll be able to manage it. You need to go outside your house, out of the gate, middle of the night, to go and top it up. Come on. Look,
and that's why the question of the postpaid. During the postpaid, the meters were with us. Did we ever put the meter outside? So it could have been done. So they were assessing the meeting.
May announcement to be. We are discussing about energy supply in Ghana. You can come in. Now also the way.
Appointing the next person with the but
look, so Bombarded, look. All the problems we are going through as far as some of these state-owned enterprises are concerned is purely mismanagement. And it's purely, we have people, square pegs in round holes and so on. Look, if you look at the incident which has happened between ECG and Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, this one requires a complete overhaul of all state-owned enterprises. Because if you look at a company like Ghana Ports and Harbours Authority, irrespective of the fact that when somebody ships something or when somebody imports something, it goes through them. The onus is on them to protect people's property. You understand? There is, until the person clears the goods, the onus is on GPHA to protect that property. But they have failed in this case. You understand? But the issue too is this: if they are sued, the responsibility, the financial responsibility, everything comes onto the government. So that is why the government should act proper by putting the right caliber of people to manage these institutions. But that is not what we are having. And believe me, this thing will not go anywhere. This thing will be treated like Atamils went to customs to see them fooling, and he was crying there.
He was crying.
You understand? We joke with everything. Anytime I go to Ghana, one thing which worries me is this: how water has been commercialized. I find it so difficult. Do you understand? At least water is something the government should subsidize. The government should subsidize water, at least for the poor. But now look, when we were growing up, water, at least if you're hungry at all, you go and stand under the tap, you drink, and then when you hit your stomach, it will making some noise. But now, the poor, the young, they don't have access to these things. Meanwhile, we are using money to V8. If you go to Ghana, last time we were talking, Adolf was making noise on the thing. Bombardier is not V8 alone, no. Lexus V8. Lexus, not V8 only. Lexus V8. That's what they are writing there.
All right. But Abe, did you hear about how much we were spending on ECG? The companies, I believe you heard it. They formed Dubik. Established two companies out of nowhere. One was called Mint Logistics, and the other was Dawes Bond Limited. The two companies, one had just 10 employees, and the other just one. The CEO, secretary,
they were all subsidiaries. They were all subsidiaries of ECG.
And one container, just one container, they were charging. Mint Logistics was charging 160,000 cedis per container times 1,110 containers, which amounts to 177 million cedis. That one also charged 115,000 per container times 200 containers.
Hold on. Huh? So those companies were established by the Dubik himself.
I say out of nowhere, whether from anywhere it came.
You see? This is a real criminal act.
Yes, and listen, and the demurrage also, because they deliberately were not removing the containers, they know what they are doing, because it's all cartel with the GPH, It was costing the taxpayer about 1.6 million cedis. And it all started with the NPPU. When they were leaving, their leftover notes in the transition, they said that they have 3,000 ECG containers. Then the NDC went to count, it was 2,005. Then they asked the GPHR people, they said, it's just 1,132 left. Then when they went to ask ECG said, no, they have 2,462. That's when a committee was set by the energy minister, and they found out that 1,328 containers had taken an all-expensive trip to the land of the lost. It is missing. Meanwhile, the ECG said they don't even know. They are pretending not to know that some of the containers.
So Bombardier, you see, what you've just said, if these are true, if this all what you said are true, it means the Dubik is complicit.
He will be invited.
After marking as board chairman at the time is also complicit.
And the MD, the one who came right now, he has resigned. All of them, one, and they've set up a committee.
The Okanse I told you about.
The what?
The Okanse. The Okanse. Has he resigned?
No, I mean that there was another. I think there's another board member who resigned 2 days ago. They know what is coming.
Yeah. The fact that they resigned does not exonerate them.
Only 41 years old. They didn't want to listen, but some of them were sycophants on the platform. But now he's going to. You are already. He took so much money that he wasn't staying at office, so he was traveling to the UK. That's why they sacked him. They fired him. but it was Afeni Markin who interceded on his back. When he got to Kotoka Airport, they wanted to arrest him. Akufo-Addo himself, because he chopped the money more than the big guys. So that's why he resigned out of the blue.
So the fact that Afeni Markin even interceded makes him complicit in the whole thing.
Now he's saying that we shouldn't politicize. This is a taxpayers' money. We are looking about $200 million.
Because as a board chairman, you are supposed to have an overview of the various companies your company is dealing with, what sort of services they provide, do we need them? Due diligence.
Another announcement. This announcement. We discussing about efficient system of governance in our country. If anyone has any contribution
Ghana, the way Ghana is being managed, there is nothing like efficiency or anything.
Call the next person. Let the person make the submission. And then your questions and answers.
We may drop the debate altogether. But if
let them know. At least we are discussing about the prepaid.
Okay. I'll allow you to take over.
No. I'm saying you are taking over. I'm saying that, but when somebody comes, not so person or
so
not making
you are scared. Kwame, you are afraid. Say, who is that man coming to fight him?
Topic no, but Obi Banas also person born on money, and then your question has money born on money, but we will also like to
Go and eat your baguette and leave the floor to the party. Go and eat your baguette.
Who's coming to throw some dust on our eyes? Listen, we are
all... if you go and eat his... By now you will be eating cry. I don't know why today you don't eat.
Tell that person to go away if he cannot discuss issues about Ghana on the radio. Who is he? Is he a national security officer? He's just like you. Is he what's the freedom of information? Come on. Give us the person.
The person said he cannot discuss what on radio.
Then let him go away. He can't
Who said he cannot discuss what? Who is he?
Kwame alone knows. That person is another rumor monger. He's coming to frighten everybody. So listen, does he know that?
Board chairman.
Still electricity for us. I mean, listen, women hinges on how bad our governance system has been for a long time. And somebody like me and Mr. Abe Gamanche, we have been saying for years, not now, that both NPP and DC are rubbish. They've run the country aground. And now, you see, all the things that we've said now, we say out on pure incompetence. And people like Afeni Markin, the minority leader in parliament, and who else again? That former managing director of electricity, Dubik Mahama, all of them must be picked up, processed before court. For you see, this crime is so serious, it's just like staging the coup d'etat. It's called economic crime, economic saboteur. Me, I recommend, I've said it years ago, I'm saying again, until we set proper deterrent, this nonsense will continue. These people must be put before stakes and shot dead. Full stop. That is what happens to places like China, where China is developing. There were criminals among themselves during the Cultural Revolution in the 60s under Chairman Mao Zedong. And remember, 1989, a few students who went to UK and America came back. They started agitating for democracy. Look, the Chinese leadership, they're sending tanks into Tiananmen Square and mowed them down. More than 3,000 were killed. Today, China is even gearing to take over, push America away as the strongest economy in the world. They are 1935. They are producing over 2,000 millionaires every year. So, because they set very high standards, they will not tolerate anybody who economics crimes against the state of China, Republic of China. If you are found wanting, they shoot you. They don't waste time going to court. No, they'll shoot you. For the first time, the people of Ghana, or Kwame should join me. I know he's going to say no. Otherwise, this crime will not. Look, it started from even in Nkrumah. Krobodise Kojobo Osio. When Nkrumah was overthrown, Krobodise alone had 26 houses. Kwame Nkrumah had not even one house. And Kojobo had about the same number of houses or near enough. At in 1957, they stole, they took bribes, and that is why I thought, say, we put in a new regime which can kill this cancer of corruption. I feel the criminals in our system, no, woman grow wigs. They are stealing more than Kojobo and Krobody said. And when I say we should found guilty in the court of law, or Kwame say no, when you on pay with kum. But these people, I don't know, they were killing people when they steal the cables, you know. I don't know how will be Nama. If the cables were available, the Kumasi fire and the Makola fire will not, because they would have changed the old cabling, not yet the new one of them. And therefore, by their stealing, by their action, they are also killing people. And Kwame decided to keep quiet. When I say we take them to court, if they are found guilty, they should be shot there. Kwame says no. So, Kwame, which side of the fence do you stand? These people stealing electricity cables from Temahabo, Yahubi or Asiama. Say, wouldn't the Temahabo structure no? As I said, put it from Buchriba, you did crane, you left a container, no, AC form. AC form, you call long room, a lot of paperwork, clearance. The last checkpoint to crown, every step of the way beyond, somebody must appendix our clear way, inspection, and move from A to B, B to C. The last checkpoint at the security gate, exit. Another paperwork, you're inspecting in Massa. How did somebody succeeded in clearing, circumventing all these layers of structures? I didn't tear for Temahabo, Yakuhubio, Pong, and Yahubio Ashama, Massa. It is a criminal gang who are prepared to kill people. There's going to be more fires because we cannot change cable a war fireplace market Kumasi market one. Yati womo yekukum so opakwame si there be. So that means chrono ebekoso. Ghana for yenkum nipa da nipa yekum one soldier for womo attempted coup. The first one after ne yeboa 1967. Yebo mutu. And after champon utuka ni one free fan soldier for. Since then yemo obi atu. It's about time we set the first example. One more committee economic crimes against the republic. You teach one would be your bomb to Obi wia abansika obe dwene ye so mu ebobo to me. This is the solution. And yet kasatenti koka it's not solving anything. When you shoot one or two people, that is, they put them through the proper court, let them have their lawyers. But now when you say state in the overwhelming evidence against Afenyo Marcus, board chairman ECG, and Dubik Mahama, and a few others, the evidence available ways against them say there's no way. Because the best lawyers in the world, these people are guilty, and then they'll be found guilty. And then I'm saying the deterrent, to save Ghana, 68 years, to save us, we must set very high standard and proper deterrent. Shoot them as a deterrent, and then that will reduce or maybe stop all this nonsense called corruption in the public space. This is what I say. Anyone knows? Hello? Obia on the platform. So, and
Mr. Chung, we are here. You see what Kwame is
sleeping
now.
You heard me. You Gamante, you heard me. What's your response to what I said? I've said a few things about stopping this economic crimes, economic sabotage. We must stop this nonsense.
Opportunity say, go back to a firing squad. Say it would America no the be able to for deterrent. China and Japan for no Omanga Japan no ye kwano nankase no obonu tuoku no say the eba na yekuno nti cause obe say nipa cause every mistake no thousands and millions of citizens ever suffer.
A guy by stealing those cables, they are killing us. So what's wrong with it? What is wrong with when we shoot two people, just Afenyo Markins and just two people? And then you tell me, say, no, we don't pay with you. The only year, almost will come nipa, almost cables, now my cable that I catch fire, nipa, Kumasi, gas fire, and Amakola. These people are killing people. And why you're quiet? You take two criminals, near comes up, also one play. That's the chrono, it will never stop. It will never stop because you don't have a solution. I have a solution. We see a Chioma in Kumo, full stop.
Yeah, that's it. Ain't any Sadia, yeah, ma, just say. So Bamasu.
Okay, Benewa.
Just say the Casa. Brewa or the Quabe say just a Becassa. Brewa.
Yo,
You
there
just say
was
your mouth, Baba.
yo, but they catch it in what you want. Yeah, and then to guys say, yeah, 2025, second April 2025. It to come and come out there so 24th February
66.
1969.
No, 66.
66. Okay, 66. It's not just almost how many years?
59 years. You know.
It's by almost 60 years, right?
Yeah, 59 years. Yes.
59 years, almost 60 years. Yeah, 60 years. And the American saying, I strengthen my opinion. So the black man, and to be specific, the Ghanaian is not capable of managing, or has not been capable of managing his own affairs. Economically, socially, every aspect of our lives. He didn't know how to manage it. There are symptoms. So all this electricity, sanitation, corruption, there are symptoms of mismanagement. Until we don't know how to manage it. Until you free, only about obedience or the institutions, from the systems, we adapt easily. So, midwife, gadgets be I protect me, me should be a manisi so that I don't go beyond 65 miles per hour, because when I do that, the price to pay about cost me livelihood. I don't drink and drive. This is the system, because I'm operating within the system. There could be one or two mishappenings be a bit to do a comedy, but I mean purposefully, doing that. Here the same thing here where you grow. Crime now is being committed from the highest office. It's something we don't know how to do it. The next 3 years and now the next 4 years. If ever have a say then NDC and West chair, if I say MPP na now your shop of what they find there, Montreal they will find to. That's 4 years. If ever have a say no is an another your shop of now. How right now? Now do DJ and say because could do baby near case or your shop of for there. And then I JJ. Kakra work na ofatu me ba so na oka plane ticket bi a apopese wo to na cost exponential.
Yeah.
I'm say trick bi wom. Na agent na to ama wa na say wa na wo to.
Me top free free online link be me cheap from bucket ticket holders online. Me very cheap.
Seka wo agent a wonim no wo ye we no ama no atwa sometimes omo deals so na say wa wo to a trick omuni say we are ready akoko surprise e wo bi atua kana ko say wo sign it off now sanse kwa di yi na akwa no ano betum. Yeah, that's the trick. When you sign up no mu use cookies. We sign up on minimum. You know where you are. More links in UBB. And we sound so cost you be manage the whole shop. They will increase it. That's what they do. This like will be for our different computer with a different server. More check we are going on the price and you load to say they are all signing in first. Yeah, so that's the trick. So whenever you're ready to buy them, don't shop.
Okay.
Now shop yeah, mobile wow. That's a while ago. So never tell.
Many tracker, trying to
No check. Now when you try to shop, they're going to increase it.
okay.
Your cookies normally this one. Why?
Yo, one of that in future,
yeah.
so I didn't know, but we did tracker. So tomorrow I'm leaving back to Amsterdam.
First, I'm a phone organ and a bad organ. You're not son of me. And I check me about 6 months and 1 year. We are Jimmy for 12 years. Look what? Bima Missa Aquanya. They say there, Omubaka, me with the Infinity. 2019, I'm back before Ghana, I'm in for you. Maybe there's an alcohol there or everything. Maybe I this year, but I want to say, we'll be ready.
Oh, yeah, just say, Asipa said the Okano. Things have been put into proper perspective. There's a tool for every job. You go for excellence. Yo, any excuse me, Alexander the Great in Ketia. Bamaso.
The question, nobody.
Yo, any and the Yatonka. And then so yeah, questions and answers. And yeah, Beka easy in what's and no more corner that this is here. Yeah, you share about 1,100 and containers, If you say, Miss Lewa, say, maybe I was Spain, no, I say, who's a beer, a container who be also my, not our modern, you hear 1,328 containers, you 1,328 containers, you and a prepaid in one, him say, we say, the use solar. Now, what's what come. Auntie, my obvious with you.
You, nobody. Yeah. Ghana, vision. Papa, if you say, why I am for, yes, yeah, who, I come 40, no, the first Akwantufuo yedi. Omwa etifro omohono so far say ye hu bi okura omwa ya che omo no omo na ye responsible for the ayira ni nyina ne otokro no de so aye kromfo ti ba bi omunya na omo to no so no se enim se nyame adom omo bekire na Ghana no won se ye no se na akonta aja se e kano as our statement, black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Think say na ye thesis be a na da ho ankroma fa be country. Say
Alex, sa semi okay. Say Adam Kacho say enkroma ka bibi ansa na oka say a speech a paragraph by paragraph. Paragraph 10 odikaka say and that's
change our attitude. Change our attitude.
Why? I don't know why.
Bombarded. I don't know say. Oh, my statement now is in the moment. They said they're gonna for us of Asian come say. Oh, I fear about 2 weeks to Kwabesi say, and as a MPP Berini, them mum. MPP Belusu, name mum so mu ye we dear Mulusu. So,
that's the conditional clause. Say when it in the say become.
That's right.
You can manage.
Correct. But that say that time no cano. That's say na ye and say I agree. Enti na ye capable of in our own affairs. Yet to me is I agree because we the Africans no. Yen to me is I agree is and na a leadership for na assistant o man no and ye nipa man no mo na mo makoma no. So anti the leaders a team to lead the Bakua no in Ghana Hunina, or say they are capable of managing their own affairs. And you know, Cressa. And say, na a no Cressa, Acromano, or 2 years no crown, or more mobile. They were able to do what he was doing. That's what Montibane. And black man there, managing his own affairs, no, and you know, credit. Also,
Now let's what what my manage your affairs and I won't cast a black.
oh, thank Nkrumah man, not all cano. It wasn't just an individual affairs. Now, Nkrumah was making statement. It covered the whole Africa, and as a black man, as a human being, Bruni fi say ya dwene nya adwuma no take all your way. O prove or more wrong to say. Black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Intino, not just a no best supported the idea.
Or say fourth paragraph no. And as I pointed out, I made it quite clear that from now on today, we must change our attitudes, our minds. And now by and now, but the say paragraph 19, you know. So see who say as I said in assembly, I made the point that we are going to create our own African personality identity. It's the only way that we can show the world that we are ready for our own battles. And now by and I think say before no. Until later no okay measure. I say no say that new African is ready to fight his own battles and show that after all the black man is capable of managing his own affairs. It is it was a the system your first order condition. I say a baby ban sana BBSC. Anything in Nkrumah find yes Nkrumah say this is based on bonus make say the black man is capable and I say he's not capable. But also yeah BB.
That's right.
Whatever word no come out. So if you don't change your attitude, you can't manage your own affairs.
Okay. Yeah.
Alex.
Mate, what's I'm not sure. Meno, yeah, you know, me say, I feel crowd, I'm Mati Baby, as a not just na it wasn't something now, or can't see the other move now, or catch the Yenya near my idea, but a professional crab who says some black man is capable of managing his own affairs. Your kind is the other Nam Hono Crown, Matthias. So, all right.
Essence who attitude to manage your affairs. It's in Obian fire, you know, it's a common behind who you saw a natural principle. And your brother said, "Maybe be near them." So, wow, a very yamau. Who bet my manager? If I don't say what platforms, you know, yeah, mismanaging. Yeah, a principle say, you may change.
You see, Kwame Nkrumah.
Just hold on. Let's finish. Let's pass.
Bombardier, what say Nkrumah? No, or yeah, enough for Mudia no coin. Make right there. They are Ben Pese de be a mention Nkrumah the same case. I said this time you mentioned new thing. Now you didn't Nkrumah target home say because of the achievement those days, you know, my quite a pave way, my atimaya de. But the name near my no. And reflected to what Nkrumah did. HRS Nkrumah or ye near my enye because or the independent Ghana. Ghana to me emphasize independent in the essence and say so Jabro for no Hokran more develop Ghana more than because ye call it for white men so mumra tanka mumefa Ghana every year of Africa when year for front. Yeah, but ya been no fight say Nkrumah nyade if you say one independent nanka bro for no kahwa. Some of us when you refer to South Africa saying Casablanca be a Ghana so I say South Africa. And Nigeria is South Africa. It's no black man and yet capable of managing his own affairs. Yet, he is zero a bad management. Then, mum say a bad individual and one man be catch me say, oh, Real Madrid, all our bono. Say, individual, your friends a talent or more, Kadabia much be obelusu, but do I know players that. Omo individual talent and on a boama apart from that more papa bia. That is exactly how Africa is. You walk sheppy and 4 individuals or man, but Sebana collectively say yen come nyansa there and they intimate because Ghana Hona as a cafobin war or say Kwame despite or oh more people, more call money me, or money now, man. I didn't know Uncle for you now, so campo moi, a BBA air coffin. Management, so any papa could pay manage BB. Or my 130 million, no, to me for any papa could pay manage. 80 yet a catchy by or far away from a friend's management and Ankasa. But in 2000 and I think say 98 and I say 97 and now that meter above Ghana. Now Sunyai one of the place
97 then the bus accumulate.
I said Sunyai one of the that you did can't share say you should be. Now those days, na meter no na prepaid you far better than you try a man to do. Now my phone you preference on being prepaid be. Unlike a auto shema, your my light off. Only say better light na inasa. Yes. You can for you should prepaid. You should prepaid. Spain had a you should be by you can for the you should prepaid. Auto power. And nyane tono na ye problem but the nipa no a o manage ade no a why na adwen so be fa sa kwan so abo okro no ono na every year bia of kwan bia so say the year the system agu so a ontimi nsesan this was so the whole meter na ye the ama contract na nipa kura akoto meter na abo manum na ya man hu sika na at the same time no tono mono so ya adjustable obetima adjust no ama ika bebira akọ bottom. I know now, Bronya Case, meters, binum or and no ma and consume case. Miminim say meter adjusting ma electricity power. Consume case, they minim. Say meter.
Enemy can say, or my just so adjusting. I said, now, quasi for scale, no. Ain't a being a correct nebisu or mancasa into a reading tentem.
And I walk out but.
There's so much reading more. I said, you use more gadgets, no?
That's right. Yeah, black man, yeah, I've money, right? May there be a make us way now. Me Africa, now me talk us, now me Kotobi or Cote d'Ivoire at the Bagana. Now, yeah, Ghana for your scale, no more drunty, a more thing. I just so scale, no. To me, go, I got more or more cash, you know, I made the Miami scale call. I'm a choir, the bad boys no more. Storm on Koto Mamma, me ban my bed. Wait, I feel Omokoto, we are. Me buy no Mokacha, me say. Saske no, the Omon fan tone, mammy. Obia Mamma Musicali scale, no, but Omodo or more move from one scale, the chava. And you got the one boys. I didn't scale now, Koto. I didn't scale now, Koto. Cause you know, Uncle Fonufie. No, who said no, me scale no more day. No, me catch me and Casa video. Omontimi farmer me dey no ton mame na me ka say ade amede ma modis kaka ho no ti ene me ye no omunya problem ana ekopie krom ho Cote d'Ivoire mo wo bibia secretary village bia no wo secretary wo ho te ekopie secretary anim ana secretary no say asem na omo ka no say dey me ka dey no kra dey anya logic ntino na dia so mo anya misika no omu hu say scale no eno no more thing. Your mom and told the Madias Abre. So far as or Mutimidi Koto, yeah, I bet 2 million so Mudi and one chamame. A honor boy, I remember Timothy, but me and I may always say, yes, King, no, yeah, Johnson. I know that the starters are chrono way back and I check. Oh, and this is near my there be a big experience. I made me feel say, Onum Kakrana experience, no, yeah, you might through because maybe say no, say, oh, mammy, baby, I had this skin, yeah, you might, mess I may scale because my hood and my fast I didn't move pay, my year be pay, my you should be paying. It may no more they say, scalar, ye Johnson, I ain't in quantity be used no system, no. I did be a Johnson, a be no minimum say. I just about there, a babble they say, we not quite be a being seal, man. But can I know power in your bedroom when someone said that be a mocano, I beg said. A bedroom for Sancrophone, anti judges, police panini, or Munina, one say anything piano sabi no dear. Yen some never, Tiana Yedi Hutuma, say, oh, Oh yes, a bit Fibawa, it is a bit for buying. Dear Mamma, then I use this opportunity. Now, Yamos are chrono. The chrono, I have cosono, a cartel nuntiama, a tibi cososa. And yes, sir, got the whole port on that honor. Came Masse, would then a bit my now not even any one person, bit to me a free sa camp or what for. Name mum just say, Canada Japan, I or blow your alarm. As why you do my order. The yere, harbor hall board chairman, war, port and harbor authority hobabi. I think I almost who she anka, and so we dear, one. Etino, anytime or munina, me Canada be as a gunner for a becca boom, no nacronona ebo. In your campum one, I ebo chrono. The end is if one map power, can container we could be anti until some be free so no. Ye the way ebe happen. That's what free so no one man prosecute or mosoa, a one aka, or more mobile so no, ebe chinkro for. And the pa na kosi said of Aquame or Cano. Yana, ye party Zanwe no, I dominate ye more. Now so a so and one a baby man until a semi per man says on my goodness at the Economic, but so I been says on a ding say, Ganani Bay. Ganani who papa saf in your markets, Timmy Cano public domain, Gina TV show, and I need TV show by your parliament, no can I say. Senka or mind be empower. And case speaker of parliament to crack come in no friend or no mano conditions to say. Sasem no on trim my inti the person watcher because most more parliament will muna mosha ganamra. Eti dia buying ye be an momo fahon, but or can't find who ye because when him say hono be at me a parliamentarian, whatever. Oh, eti yɛhwɛ deɛ ɛkɔ because deɛ ɔkɔ kaeɛ na ɔkɔ hu sɛ korɔno bi kɔ so wɔ hɔ a ɔno aba abɔnten abɛka no we know say the man has a plan because on the plan a nka ɔmo ka kyerɛ sɛ yɛ 3,000 no ka wankɔkan bɔma deɛ me one time na meyɛ presiding elder wɔ asɔre every month bi a yɛyɛ tight ɛkɔ national eti yɛkɔ national no every year be me who to controversies be wumti me for paper ne pen adopt sika media ama o ma to accounts no nyina what ayi ho ye kodru ho na so to 200 euros me sika media ko the whole year no na me ka kire o mo se no
Bembebo.
Sika no a o mo de media aba no any sika o mo attribute to 200 for ye tight for a year no eswa and o mo se o and apostle no the none or you interested the American or Betty. Go for more says out to the Yaman Kwana Maniati neade. And secretary no coffee or coffee coaching in the city by. Let me see 200 euros na American. Exactly the same amount of here's the case say. So I don't know me ye no. Am apostle no who said no. Everybody in Nana or more dumps and say nka but man who so be no was our idea no because me who say every year be that was my first time I was a meeting no and I no one na make one financial win etinu nipa no nyina nya person e ya ye hunu no say ye kase we have be sia ye be ba have kase akofo ado or ye nyame no ene ye nka ne sa because we who say be tin ne nyina o mon ka se jo mahama ye nyame is the microphone to me mekanjere next year for the so and we are looking forward to say abaya as here a diggy holes we know wait to me I be free I'm a Ghana so at least ya call another level kakra they be here and say it is on bekono almost some more chronos and I sure and I you mudin him say they are not going to do that or more boy juma bono omu hia yeso ye support enti ye kasa anye supportive instead of say ye be discourage omu ayese da bi obi abasa akofo kan sa asem no say ye nya ise ye kasa obi abasa ye omu nyina and in fact na breso no so deliver na de kakra obetumi odu the short port wo ba ye money di money say de ye bo akofo adodi no
Unless ECG, yen privatizing and answer yen nationalizing the send a yen go about the cost. Since you want to say ECG and a country with that energy source a yɛde ka 2 billion sisi ɛyɛ IPP pɔ ne ho sɛ na saa cash na Joseph kra na yɛde taka ne cash whatever mechanism no yɛ World Bank na IMF drafting adeɛ kama ma yɛ sɛ ECG sika wogye en bosome wogye wode ka bebree nti wogye bi 20 million a ɔma weighted average deɛ wode ne ka kɛseɛ no na wode BR deɛ kɔma no wode Grisco deɛ kɔma no IPP deɛ kɔma no nso sɛ na ɔmo ntwa ba no mo ababa 39 bank accounts it is an yɛnyɛ nkɔfo ka sɛ ɛne ECG national asset meme yɛ privatization bi so say privatization ebi na akɔkɔ NDC for so bias wo ebi so yɛ privatization kra ne Ghana ni bedi de bia obi nso nkodi nti wo pɛ sɛ yɛnyɛ ne dai because yet most of ECG problem na Ghana ne yɛ ho ntɔ yɛ
sɛ Ghana no ya privatize yɛ nneɛma no bi pɛn yɛ nneɛma no bebree companies no bebree sɛ even Vodafone mo nyina no sɛ yɛ Ghana Telecom
akɔfɔ ton 70% ɛna ɔgye 30
enti yɛ privatize yɛ no ɛdeɛn resource na yɛnya bɛsi nnɛ deɛn control na ban wɔ
telecell enti hanye yi
eti ultimu sɛ yɛ government no koraa no both ɔde ma private ɛne ɔno manage no nyinaa ɔyɛ incompetent because aban a ɔwɔ Ghana no so ɔde adeɛ private or privatize adeɛ ma obi ɔde ma private sector on control bio ayɛ sɛ ɔde ama na wie nti ɔnyɛ ne sɛ deɛ ɔpɛ big one no ba brochire ha no ante saa yɛde ma wa conditions ni nyinaa da so gusu sɛ deɛ tie ya sɛ ade no sɛ na yɛpɛ sɛ yɛyɛ ne na yɛntimi nyɛ nti wo a wo besom no deɛ saa level no deɛ sɛ wodi twam hɔ ti ama conditions na yɛhwɛ w'anim sɛ wobɛyɛ the dum so na ɛwɔ yɛ ma anim na yɛntimi nyɛ a wode ma private no hwehwɛ sɛ dum so no ɛyɛ once and for all ɛmma bio but sɛ wode ma private man na still a yɛbɛda so mu deɛ ɛne yɛmfa so ɔbɛn ɛna ɛwɔ private man no so now saa cables yi a ɛyira hɔ yi sɛ private man na yɛde ama no sɛ ɔnyɛ ho adwuma na ɔno akra ne containers ɛba ɔnya akwa ma 2000 nyirada yɛhia ne sɛ yɛso ɔmfa light nkɔ akura wei ase fa light kɔ ha anaasɛ ne ɔbɛyɛ adwuma no ɔnhwɛ sɛ obi bɛba bɛkukuru ne container afiri yɛfrɛ ne sɛ habɔ saa na yɛte ho na yɛhwehwɛ container te sɛ deɛ
yɛde private for by PDS ɛno sɛ ɛbɔ yɛka $12 million ɔmo di kwa anti yɛkɔ kepos a problem yɛkɔ ɛmi na problem ti sɛ no ana yɛ obi also kanea na kasɛ bobo na yɛnyina hu sɛ yɛkɔ back to you know sɛ no deɛ ne obi amɔka
wɔsɛ PDS no a ɛna yɛka ho asɛm yi o sɛ idea no ne interest na ɛwɔ akyiri no ɛna yɛ a problem no sɛ aban a yɛde dwumadi ama no anaasɛ ɔno a na yɛ aban no na n'adwene nyinaa ne sɛ ɔbɛyɛ Ghana yɛ kra bɛhwɛ mmom sɛ ɔyɛ ɛfrɛ ne sɛn ɔyɛ deal bi sɛdeɛ ɛbɛyɛ a ɛbɛfavor ɔno no aban no a wobɛkɔ akɔhwɛ deal nom no na aban no bɛbɔ ka bɛyɛ double than sɛ nka ɔno operate for instance get found anaasɛ no ɛfrɛ sɛ saa PDF agyapa deal no a na ɔmɔyɛ no na deal num ni say every year bia na ye gold ne ye royalties ye nya nyina no ye de bema company ba ko na yaje 500 million meanwhile the sa royalties no afi bi wo ho mo si yetimi nya 250 million enti say 15 million every year bia onye 200 million fa say 150 million kwa 15 years wo benya san a wo di ko mo obi 500 million for 15 million nti how say sa deal we na yes yedi koma private sector bi man use wo mra yankasa yejeji yade ya nyese no nti fa so be na na ye privatization we so wo ha krono interest na na ewom eno nti na ma your friends e bi wo akabam bi so wo ho a sa PDS ya wo kan na no yes ha ye krono ye nteni united no it is any moment ya aban na adwene ye adwuma na Ghana dana kuma so nti na oye deal no or the private that's the best because private man no waste no ayeko no onya charge no osisi na media ana see na metua onya woni ni yes argument na ana se mo yes negotiation no afisia oje wo de no so afa ne de eno ano no so ohwe na mo efo ana se sika no a wo kan ye ni so a woni na trans say de kan ye na yesra wa mane ko animu and I say also now microphone no da so tua bail kesia one na negotiation say minua I don't know ne boy the microphone intimi tua na ya tete so intim private sector there for me is the best but you go
Yo,
through
private
those
sector
mechanism na
you
ye
know,
wono
the best
e
you
wo
Alex. Yeah, better
Baba
what
de me pacho mami musa bino wasem. Bino why
over
what is a gov state omo de NDC ni MPP ne rani a gov state nana. Okay, BB said we can't do without the two parties. And Amibusa said one of the successful countries are in a very short space of time, Omotumia Abodime Abeye center of the planet. I saw how Gulf State, one Ghana for any woman free, one medical, eco chili or we say a honor, one more day, NDC ni MPP near any woman.
saa kuro no ɔmo de ɔbaa ntumi ntwi kaa na ɛra ne ɔmo maa no ɔbaa nkɔ stadium kɔhwɛ bɔɔl ɛna ɔmo de ra ne ɔmo maa no ɛhɔ ɔbaa woyɛ useless ɛna ɔmo de ra ne ɔmo maa no yɛso yɛn ra ne yɛn maa no saa enti no NDC ne NPP no it means say ɛyɛ free for everybody but these are two biggest political parties a ɔmo handle those things nti Gulf
Okay,
State you can't use them as an example.
Let me draw your attention.
Now so be question. Back yes one.
Hey, Bombardie, mina me beji, mina me beji station, mina me kire offer smile say, umi mami. So mami nkasa dia. Oh mami nkasa dia. Any we free dia.
They psychological warfare. Mama wakasa. The mama man kasa dia. Who busa question? Now, we need to say question evidently to dialogue.
Question number 2. Been why friend is saying question me refi want to ask me but say
how can I know visa
yo maybe so
Opa kwame yen to us well e chapon
Papa,
Bamasu
Yenkesio.
Adikesi ampa wadwenye kesi a etikesi di mu kwati wa
And one go for.
What's man kwafum
Aye.
ene de me wo fie
And I don't know if you
ene de mo fie ne se e obi kasi wo fie kra de se de wo adwum alasa credit to you be o se aponche ni odwan ena odwan se e ka che aponche ka che odwan se waso dan se ase na obewo no ye be se ne hene odwan se sa ase wo aponche wo aha wo no unfa ni fi wo unye de je wo so di ni wo ni aponche se tobo aha tobo ase si ko no ohinu wu ye kobusa odusuni a o se this time the year odwa moja ne mo yehi aponchi moja ja wo ko nyina mo be so nkochi aponchi na oso nkoi oso nko ya ye bibia da ja kwabani ba ko mu no opeja aponchi to no kon ito mo ko na no ho odwa so ja ka kire o se ansa na me wo no medi hina so na mewu na odwa ka kire aponchi se aponchi wudi ewuko akami odwa boatma minim de nyakobo beyeme mi se de nyame beyeme akuna mafo mi se de nyame beyeme minim ewie yo mi se de nyame beyeme odwa boatma mi se de nyame beyeme o eti ye jodo ye se wo e wo de pa eti sare tie eti obi gun ni nyame na obi nyina obi ane ni krabia obi ane krabia eti kakra be kanon eti twaso eti ene no na se de oti ene yaka ECG minim se o prepaid ni de bibia correct and say na odwemfa on se prepaid ade a be boa na so cause yenya problems wom na ECG asema be ene nso se question and answers wan ka so betima bo wa mane na yakọ enim ye da se
kra we do ase ene se ECG asem de see ni say Ghana security to light no boarding
Scared to light in the good sword na use no. And now we seek a sema any year in we 100 cities one say and coffee 100 cities Ghana with the top prepaid go meter swap. Because baby no electricity baby no was really day baby no baby no we don't we juma we juma don't share back what it's your card don't share back ya share juma krono e be G50 we be $50 e be $120 e be my baba be 17 20 22 na won share bia enti won say won na me say sad mo we see no won say o kona koye o 10 hours and 8 hours now overtime sa kan ho holiday crowd ba so a summer time and a half abro ni hu say holiday na wo ja woni gie no abaye adwuma no yesa wo pe na dia ma won yesa chimu fa na dia ka won yesa dia pe wo so en na ekro enti say 2 bank holidays ne ba ya o 2 days pe no enti say when yesika bibiri bia obetime twibi twa wo dan ka na betime yesika bia betime the electricity you know so bill no betime be the twa so ye krom hanom ni die en na me say de bia me ka say sika 722 ye ne enye no say be ka bi say ECG asem na ye ka say meter asem na bill say me ka cho say okram what ding the body to do ma baby me ko ra na me ko to prepaid bi na ma me panyini bi aba hono na ma me panyini ba hono mo no transe kakra eno o ka se eyi last week ya no wa be to I think say 100 cities last week ya 3-4 days ya no na scanner asa say eyi no light no enso eno to no ye na me kunu ti ase no me kunu to a na esana me complain ye me kunu na be busum mi ensen sisi mi ami to me hu se me kunu no ya de pa na and I'm going to say ye meme ye ya de me yo nkanfo be ma yiko ye na nsia wo to 100 na sika no kwa na ekro no pese abi o kem just wo kem enti de American say ekro e for my Ghana ye ntutu ye no enyina ye kro enti de say we Ghana ni na waka se bia ebia se wonyina so nye papa na fa ntutu ye fa edwuma sem ne wo sika sem ne a na atikum ha no de nkonya no mi se ebi de no wo se wo kasa ye kra ne nyina be ye ntro from A to Z wutimi nka wo se obi ye kro no preko pe be 4 days ni akra bi mitike mo na small boy bi be at the age of 9 10 11 be 12 no ababa stre mi sika enti na world debit etike mu menene kwa hwa ade ama ana world an kase akra we pa na wo sradam kache world an so unyai odi se wo so sere obesere we kache world an se obesere nanka in actual fact no enka akra we si nkoma bonten be sere sika bonten da se na me hu no na me kache world an se woda opanyini Steven James hwe o man more than rough afi no no so be dana no aka de wo ma kire say ba me kan kire blame no akra kama onam we say won free fie eminent abontin say because we akra bone on free fie abontin e bi eja ne na kapre e bi do be di no kapre it is akra nkasa fa ko ese means bi na Ghana hanom emre bi etwem titire ye nyina ye nim se we are Ghana near branty na wo do fie bia edu be bia wotu se we ze mi se wa ankasa be didi no wa ankasa wotu se wa no so yusu adwini didi e Ghana na ma me wo no bi so wo hwese kwaya ade be sano we bi di ne se bia krono wa infana me nko didi madafo be na bi obenye dwane ma di na me nko trawo na me nko bola aslas na se bia ni bia ma me ko bi twem ma di ni zade intenya branty no yesi kasem de bia me ba asimaka yesi omanen tutu ni yesi kasem ɛyɛ ade bi a woyɛ agya ɛne ɛna wɔ kuro wɔ ade bia no wɔdwendwen wɔ soro dwendwen wɔ soro anuanom wo my Ghana de bia no dwendwen wokɔ dwom a ade tɔn no ɛne ho mfasoɔ no a wobɛyi bi yɛ aduane ade tɔn ɛne ho mfasoɔ a wobɛyi bi ama akwani kosko bɛyi man so fa akwani kosko fa traka mu kosko trotro sko bɛfa trotro de akɔ owia snack ɛwɔ mu ɛne wɔ pon school bɛfie de obɛdie ni nyinaa no wo hwi sɛ na me kɔ shop na sɛ kɔ bie shop na sɛ me kɔ tɔn ade odwom no sika sɛ na me de kɔ tɔn ade na sɛ na me nyaa na bɛyɛ mfasoɔ na kyina sɛ me kɔkɔ ne atum a no ma me kɔfa ya sika wɔ hifma wo ne bia ka wɔtema kɔfa saa no ma na asa ba bɛtɔn eti na me so me kɛgya yɛ mu hyehyɛ mo ana mo ntimi de me kana se ɛyɛ mu hyehyɛ ma mo ɛyɛ sɛ mo mu me ka no krumu no kropa na ampɛ so me ka kyerɛ mo tisiri sifati na em sɛ mo nte ɛnyɛ maybe say cut to the level say ye kasa Obama so ne ye ka Ghana asem de ya ye for politics ne nto nchen ye ka Ghana asem na Ghana no maybe ejina no Ghana no be ye sure say e wo se keka duru bia nyina bom ne de gu ayi panie pesa ba ku ne de wo man no man timi Kenya no ne man timi gina yi no man timi etumpom the oman no me say what da di ayi conventional no can say di for na Omani the default. Me na make catch them. Me na so nye.
Na oh you see you know obe say ye nationalizing na Ghana for na in control na obe say ye privatizing and I say enye 50 ownership because you see na year na chronic and I be say cry it is a long time issue no. Yeah than acute problem because with that power no nothing can be done. Enti say no as a Ghanaian ope say yemfa man ko foforo ana abana enhwe na ade ejamo
Aha mi ti o hwe ne tene ni say oman no me nko a me de ebe point something one na bisa na say me de nko oman no pe dodo no yenkabom kasa yo no di no oman no ye be pese oman no ye be ye no se fa ECG ni ye mita no se fa ye adwuma no ye pese ye no no mid press be me gina se CED no ko ye minim se wo de ma private manner akeye ye de ma Ghana ni na o hwe no fa nipa na ifri aban sim ne de ma private individuals bi a o mbes manage ade we see na ebubuo no timi aba fomo a sedia ye ho beto ya be de anka kamepino because on say ye no say aban dia the way si fa hwa ade no so akra ye hwa aban di ade so yi kra o hwe baby bia aye aban dwuma na okọ no ma rebe se kolebu be konesisi eni emu doctor si asi mu no patients kra ma ba wo no kra na asi ye mfam ho se yare be na ade ba ho se ye emergency kra no otimi se wo no mayi o mani eyi ni ena chisasi ye ndwene mo ho ya se wo yare kwa ye mfa ho ko ba bia maternity side na ma ye no ma ya mo wi nesisi ya wo ye mai kwa na wo no kra na asi atwitwi ni ene sade no chese ahopofo ne ho ka bie mfiri ba bie ma railways Ghana railways de ma ne government dia hwe Ghana railways ba bie akokodi ye guno ma realize ne kra no ye de bia scraps ne sade no wo eti be de ze woni ntemu na nka ma private ya meda kamera me for senke be boy pa na government na was certain percentage ewu with Ghanaian private mabi apiki up no wa hwe na ye ho toye
na Ghanaian private man no one na wo hwe no Ghanaian private man ye party financier na Ghanaian private man say
oh debi enye party financier asem na ye kan ye be kan ma asem obi timi agi enye party financier no obeba no ba be ye no ho say yi pathway other party be back na wo be yi sa la ya san ko wodi ni pe wo pathway be fa se MPDC for so see na party financial ba be di ade no now the other NPP for be bad no be manipulate or more say or the BB be she be hand power because the party na or bo an man say card no oh since David.
Okay, and you're not sure be new. See how Ghana private man ben and what he done so.
Oh
private business Boba Kudi. Private for Boba Kudi.
Ibrahim.
On the casa is of you.
I mean, I said, why not? What the private Ghana need businessman?
Over you. Yo, Ghana, that was here. Your private people that are work for the more.
And I'm saying, Bodino, it didn't pay me. Can say, maybe I didn't for me, a dean Ghana near
over you. There be,
but what's that? Private businessman or but the dean, your friend of Kwame and I could see an full stop. As a petia, as a
Ibrahim Mahama is one of them.
Maybe.
Answer what you have come. Won't you be Modi?
Oh, over to men to trim me cancer.
As a simple question. Private Ghana need one other Ghana need buy. Then can me say you from a private man. Yeah, where you brood. Hey, you for Black Star coach correct me for Bruni. I don't know what I would have called you and son of Body. Your friend of Kwame and I could see an apple.
What my dear? Me need a DBR for now. Oh, eti akra me need DBR for now. You private Ghanaian businessman.
You better do not to say. What was a private person or Ghana, but since in a chino, you back for the kind of
over baby, I mean, me Chinese said, say, I will say, yeah, the private entity be a more near. And one is a government, or they two a month for him say, we need this corporation, but you're running on public lies, we don't get the results that we are expecting. Until what we so bet me are running on possible candidature. Now you interview. Now aspirations are over. That's among the lot to know. That's your chusuba for a period of time. Be or pay for more. Yeah, bet me renew the contract. So what me pay for more? You're running it down. Now you pay for or be take you over.
Okay.
It's a solution, and a sensible solution.
Yeah,
sensible to you.
Mami Kachel said the last one a Millennium Challenge account. No, when you said World Bank for Enya Ghana ni na onu mum na kaebe ye ena akupo do mba no mbo na bola we. Echi ye beka wasen. Eti no ma Kachel say Ghana ni kura or background abaino when we say Ghana ni kura private kura background na onye esikani bindi unless e bien pakoni party finance wo either NDC and NPP
yeah they ma private am farmer Bruni full stop
oh na actually Bruni so this Philippines was no obu ye do kopa PDS no me Philippine ye do kopa buy so
politics no na
o kasa against neo-colonialism no tie de offer to moka
we are warning you o was na black star coach you know Abraham Brandt in the Milovovic what no we are Ghana for o be coach Ghana black star no we are Ghana for
wo ni asem obeka ye no wo Kenya asem akesi
Mr. Ghana national
your problems sikasem justice asem woman utumi establish
me onye ko be before mayen mama owa yin
onye bibia justice na corrupter ade papa entumi nyadwuma e wo man no mu me
you owa hetu asoi na fesimaye o papa me dem say
me and pray no man and one igna we enko be bia say a beka na empenifo beti na omo dey adwuma maye no e dey hia yi we sure say Bamasfere no just e beka asem ho no na so we beti kwa no betuma implement na ni kire ya I think so nipa empenifo ba kwatra se no madwendwene ho so mu tie zi bia say opportunity de kasa ya e bi of kwame de kasa ya e bi akra de kasa ya nipa dodo na ye kasa de kasa wie ye no ai free program no so no o metra se bi tini makuma hwe se we kan se for we dey make we dey need we dey fu na hwe mo for make kan hwe na final conclusion no mafa say o be bibi na aboai me ba ye no me se me ye mfa private Ghanaian businessman me bodin eto mo no ye to no mo for say bia at this point baby ye duo no ye hwe ne ye mfa a program no kwato abontin say ECG say ye Ghanaian private man do so up woman anyi me na makobu din ne because you never kofa no Debbie
we say Ghanaian businessman
etino
at least one my idea e bi kwa ye wa no kwabna ne just send mom no ye be make cabo me the proposal so akọ say you
sanity
ye kan e yipo
sanity na ye di on say bibia no enam say ya nka sent bin ye huni no Prince on business enye joko entino me dem for at this point today say they be abofo ne ba no ye di ejuma kesina bo mo se no run no na omo tua workers no peanut no mo de do na ko mu kro no ka be before say bibi o ma ye di ye de ma yankasa business top takun business men no mo run my no mo fire workers no mo fa Ghana for et say guy ye party na nsie guy ye party na se ni kwe when workers any or more 20% bonus, 100% 20% increment, 100% bonus. Workers use what it was something. Uben say you
this is my ideas. Ni kwe nam one so bit me aba.
One good example.
Ghana businessman, massa. Mobile steady. Number one.
Idea na to the be a chairman say they have say yeah America private citizens don't want to be invested share Elon Musk e be acquire because you at least share ye astronauts of car space almost 1 year on one akwatwa mabo it was na buy na man contract say the okano it o ya dey NASA no current man kwa on one kasa astronaut number and a boy so coins when my aye Elon Musk e trouble on one that for astronaut and the obi an kan one praising no because you say no blame Trump say the normal a guy no 40 million the company 40 million that they say you listen ade why you akwa astronaut but and there you can was eti or say this is the way I say ka your private citizens so almost can to be a wonder because Michelle Forbes say me who Ghana ni be a wall list so say but at least you millions the one I didn't know one you mutim person o be share ka say bia bibi wo say ye privatize o sheda emfa proposal mba na ya say
one say ebi mo a steady system no your system no say akoye political and na say ye unya political appointment say NDC for na mo ba na ebi kwa na wo no uji wani so ba ya de na okoje na wo ye be ka so wo NDC ni say MPP ne ba ya na omode ba nipa na ombe ka so wo MPP ni atage no enu bia no pese atage no e wo sa kwa we so people are doing genuine businesses all Ghana untum di obabia but akra se me kase sikafo ni Ghana na me tia me twa me kan me twa tro kase pa se me kase sikafo pa ni Ghana na se me di Ghana bro
ebi o ase what can say ebi o ha ne so we are successful e be target so gina MPP ana NDC fa ti da fo bi ni ho wutimi nyi target ni fri ho we dey ye did back ye be pam party atade bi di ahye no
ya na me che say ABN ready pan when you seek genuinely anya party se no koye and why in business any sika enti on pese obeyi na nimo baabi ni abekọ tag ne se sa nipa we say no wono ye MPP no so NDC omo mpesa
Gabio
so in tuma
one is a moment say NDC na wo so mo ko first can be a wardre no ho a obi abeka say Mahama buy no afa businessman we therefore ye MDC ni ye be
pass what it want enti obi onyina ye din no
enti obi atire ba bi di wo the
but ma de enti kuna ye din sa no
na wo ko fa
kuna ye din
outside
sa
about the answer the onye MPP ni onye Akuadonko onye CPP ni full stop now for Ghana ni pa dia ye be pam suit pa MPP atade.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. The woman said. Kwame.
Tobati.
Then
so we a businessman. We a successful businessman. Let's a bania or one tria bibi amanoa obetumi asel odwuma. And it's been there since to say Kufo Fra Konyaso. Kufo Fra Konyaso and this for by President Professor Mills by and some pharmaceutical companies be running insurance system almost supply almost medication, you know. And this is for good, no. Emma Opoku farmer ananko wa Shanti region that you must say. And Timpano se one introduce no ama parties sanity. Ye need ye wura ye transfer steady who sa di kum Ghana. Any political parties and the constitution of J.J. Lawrence. With Manuel Sina.
Yeah, you that's it. It was why Hentino say no one my idea, yen compare private na yen but
one
be hu see the ABC aye no say nationalization so a near who say yen capable men based on meritocracy, not on just say a non or policy a Mahama shoe na ye kopano and then na abi the consent you ye ko ni me tie da se why of abodi wo ho
Body wow.
You ye da say wo ha sisi with makasa enti the obedi bamaso
Adwen kese
you bamaso adwen kese you ye da say na said ye kan ye ka ECG ho asem ni prepaid ho asem say minim say bia ofie no wo prepaid meter e wo Ghana na how do you see the prepaid issue ni na medium because say ka post you know timi ho kakra no cry cause en sent ten nya pe by na dey have say na ya mandate say post meter ko mo je ni na no man ko for prepaid meter na me hu say issues wo to dey bia say dey one kwa e be kan say to dey be kwa dey me kan na to be auto ye ma light up ye so ya na swati ne no me technically dey be say omzo dey ndie kama ene ye hwe say ECG nso sisi ande problem say wono wo pepese say ye nationalize no na Ghana for na run ya na say ye demand private what kind of private nkofo na ye pa mo Ghana ni ana non Ghanaian na ene so ye questions no so dey wasem so aba
wasam na emu yi kakra prepaid no ewo advantages and ewo disadvantages and so say ye nipa ne de sometimes no say no money do ha o hwe sene e bia ade we meye no amoame enti no mensesa no nye ne sei me kura no say ne bedjon ha me bank na mnim say prepaid kura o Europe ha o ba bia me ko bia no direct sa but ha no prepaid wa ha na prepaid normally no utie ho asem a ha no say ebia o de ka mo a na ye hwe na o ka na do so ane ya bro prepaid se ne be ya eduma na se sa wo ntram ti u ba ko akọ recharge na o mo tete o mo de dada na ye part of the world no se ade no mu be da ho fine no eno ne problem aya na e home se
yɛmbi biara na akɔyɛ politics yɛmbi biara na akɔyɛ kyɛ sɛ akɔyɛ biribi a ɛwɔ hɔ yɛde ma private sector ɛkwan baabi so no ɛbɛtumi akɔ so kakra ɛbɛduru mmerɛ bi no na politicians ya ɛde wɔn ho abɛwura nti ɔyɛ adeɛ no ɔnyɛ adeɛ no yie but because of sɛ political party no ɛwɔ power nti no mɛka sɛ yɛte man mu na wɔn kɔ sesa electricity street light yɛde ma mpanyinfoɔ baako yɛduru baabi sɛ nipa nso ɔno ɔdɔ Ghana so na obiara yɛma no ndi Ghana so but street light kɛkɛ yɛde ma no sɛ ɔno sɛ ne yero sɛ ne wɔfa aseɛ no Ghana ɔkɔ na street light no kyɛ sɛ wofiri akɔso mbɔ bɛsɛ kudu paga a wobɛhu bi a 1.5 enti no sɛ ɛkɔyɛ te sɛ private man genuinely ɛna ɔyɛ a ɔno wobɛyɛ ne yie na wagye ne sika wanyɛ a ɔbɛtwe waso but ne yɛbi sɛ ɛho nso sɛ yɛ country no amanfoɔ adwuma na ɔmoyɛ no ɔmbɛtumi asustain saa adeɛ no because private company no ɔno nya saa bi a grace time no period na aban dem ma no ɛne some normal bi wɔ hɔ a ɔmo nfa ma wo nti yɛ it as much sɛ private na bi a ɔbɛtumi ma light na gyina so ɛsɛ sɛ bie because they're part of the world no Europe nyinaa no menim sɛ asɛ aban no ɛwɔ mu kakra but ɛyɛ more no more yɛ private yi nso na atotɔ yi a shares ne normal wɔ mu a ɔmo sɛ light ho asɛm a ɛnhyɛ da nyɛ aban na nkasa but woni bi nso aban na boa nti so far so good no yɛhwɛ private companies nso a wɔwɔ Ghana ɔmo bɔ ɔmo ho mmɔden ɔmo bɔ ɔmo ho mmɔden kɔba sɛ bi a obi bɛba na wabɛgye afiri wei nsɛm sɛ NDC foɔ na ɛde mount no yɛagye ana MPP foɔ na ɛde mount no yɛagye na ɛno nso ho asɛm abɛyɛ bebree na yɛse asono mmienu nso ɔko a yɛnim ɔmo brɛ nti ɛhɔ no na ɛyɛ adeɛ kakra a ɛsɛ yɛhwɛ ne yie ɛnyɛ saa nka yɛde ma private a containers yi a yɛwie menye ti sɛ private man ne business a ɔmfa saa container nkɔkyɛ ɔho
ɔfaboadi sɛ yɛne obi sign contract bɔbɔ
toa so
nti sɛnea na meka ne
yɛne obi assign contract
Ofa Kwame, men interfere. Oh yes, and now who waste time or who break it ne thought.
asɛm
sɛ obi meba o me pacho one obi businessman bi ni Ghana government assign contractor I was say yɛde hyɛ cross mu sɛ any say government bia di influence ebe say contract no ya money 4-year term 4-year term no say ye free bibi major force major say force major bia memo a ebetumi a terminate the contract na e ho say ne 4 year no o ye na dwuma bra
yeah that was
medasi
eti no sɛ ɛkɔba ne saa na ɛde nsɛm bebree ɛna ɛbɛba sɛnea na mɛka no sɛ private man a ɔntwɛn sɛ ebi a wei ɛɛba nti transition no mɛma tɔn the containers aba 2000 na ma the papers na ma wo by containers no wobɛkɔ warehouse hɔ no ɛni hɔ mɛma ni tua no ma yi containers no de kɔ anasɛ me a wode container no ma me because of say ya ban adwuma nti no wode ahyɛ me nsa but wo konti me nso masesa container no akɔtɔn e de akɔba bi sɛ Ghana fo be bisa me a na maka sɛ wo aban dada na ɔkɔɛ no ɔno na sesa container ni na akɔɛ me nso me no me ye dada na me kɔ no matɔn e di because me ni hɔ bi o bisa maka sɛ aban na ɔba foforo no no a ɔwo na akɔɛ te sɛ we preto na we preto but say private man a ɛbɛyɛ
eyi kakra na consequence no so no Ghana for your situation you bet me gyina no eno ne asem no asem sebe ho enti na o saka asem fufuru bi ofa kwa mbam na em se me wura fi sika asem na o kan no
yeka ECG ho asem ena yeka prepaid no and to prepaid we say advantage and disadvantage na o ho no use prepaid me emenka explain me ka Ghana
me de kwa minim
you okay
em say prepaid say
enya hwe ena yesaka say ene so ye questions and answers nti wo be so obo wa mania no abo minim se waka
Ghana say me waka ni
eye
fie ni na grofo betra me pese be bo din no bebiri omogu be 3 years so sen oha o ma fra bi so mo bitwa like na say na o mo twa like me say adan ya be 3 years no mo ye ni nyina no mo ntwa eyi neka enti no o mo twam o ma sende eyi base no ama me se me fie enti o mo twen se na me se okay mate o mo twam amoma na wo me am ye ready se me so e ka no so se mo betwio mo ntwio me man ka ho hwe na me de me gya ho Arube 3 months ne ebom cha se o mo twa me lati mu a man kan hwe na me se ara mo Ghana fo no abifu ankasa na ya ne abota me meti ha wan ko han fie no wan nya hwe wutim wakọ use light na ayi fo no mo se ko moti me nsan sende si camera na fa twa light be na ka eti no ye crew no ye ne ho no ma bi e ho na me mai kakra be de ka ato ho ne se o ma no ye nyina ye ma na eya ese ka enye so ese ka so far so good me ba ha na me ka se ama no ma bi bro ha mani ensheda enye ho because enko speed ma me ha na me tie omo sa Lands and Mineral Resources Minister ba ko na me tie nkrofo onso kire nsem bebre e ma me hu se no mo de ato akwan mu no ya e ba ha ye ka no aban ya wa bai ma aban no otie bi pa da be bo aso galamse no ene asase ho yi a tebie ba ha masama meka ne se ayemfo no enye si eblem omo because ya gitumi na firi omo nsem no aban na trase ya hu se ni a ye ka no ye nokre omo a politicians no edi nsehunu na wo de akwahye ohene no se ohene na yesa ba o kire me hu se o se Ghana apart from ebi otumfo ti se do mahene mo ohene akasi bi mo ya na mo no ohene kokoro ya oti na kura ase no na oti krom no oni tumi se krata bi firi nkran ba o se mempre ana me kon nkran kura na ono kura kaska kuro dibi nkran kura na oni dan ho oni office oni mobia o ko hwan ho oni tumi ji se sa nkrofo no mo boss o metimi aka se ye no sa ba o mayo ya stop no eno kura no eduru ba bia na ehwo odi ntisi ade o mo ye ne se sene garamse no be sustainable no o mo ye ne se o mo pass art o kan art na mirafi no mo ama ahemfo no kwan de banda asisi ahemfo no se ye be ya de bi wo asase so a wo ho kwan se o stop no na ofre nipa no ma ba o hemfie ba na o trans na se wo ankasa no no ma woni nye ho anase bibia wutimi stop no e wo no ma bibiro keka no ma bibiri na ache se e mo mutumi kakra e ma na ko wo fre nipa no kwa ya tembiam no untumi example because ona ase we popular nipa na concerning sama ne seta no nipa bibiri nim okọ sama boy forest nim no ho wasa no nze mafo nyina no kura na omo pacha wo radio so omo ntimi nkan ho hwe by say salo yi ankoye ano kasa na say ba who born dog say wo besesa no ma free e bi ankran ana kuma se wo be say ade no so de ya ne say wati yi nkrani no aba e bi Ashanti region no abese forest no ko me fancy bi asahwini no ama no ma so no ko isrem no akose omo no ma no ko because of in the name of politics the party na our power woni hwe ba sa law we mu nyina ba ebeboa we mu na ye ka se no ma ni bi wo ho a nkrofo we ya abanda da no ba ya no no de we se oba be behija o shini nyina abanda da no de tie nyina bi epo na chipa ne se ne life ne typical Ghana for wickedness Ghana ni beko forest so kwa akopekusi ache no akrantie nto wuram ti no afre nua ba ko no de gya akoto ha na we de gya to ha na we de gya to ha che so mo hye ahye boa na wo mu ni na ni wura fi se adoa ba akopa na miensa obenya nti no o hye moa na se ni nyina o ene no ma wo forest no o hye ase ukobra hafo no ha typically kindampo makotra hoda omukọ bush ho na omo akọ twa na omo di gya tum na moa na kan fifi na omo ahye moa ni nyina nketu ewo mu de onyemu edan o omunim se nature no ankasa ewo ho kwan ana se nature kwan a ofa so bade ho ban tin wo pa abo na to ni tuo no ba bi ogina tu ba akono ra na na to ewo anya na gya no ma nko nature na ebo ho ban ebi kura na onyam ebi ana no ma bebre sani enkrofo no bi ka se omutimi hu wansan no aba fie no okọ wayese no okọ no enu nyina ye no bi ene ama omonya bi bebre ba ye de ne de ye hyiase enti forest na tete fo na ye from bagimi fo na twato wo se mo bia nkowura mu enye gold wo men ko ye hwi wo ye na nanu ba bia na gold wo kro mo ya wo se wo ha bosom wo ha enti obi anko ho ampani ampa obi anko ho basa shi adefo we ba ya no omo se da no mko bie airline no so de omo de call ya yeye no omo bie yentu funtu fry no omo she inside no omo ja nua na twa ho hye no omo sadi nyina enti eno ma bebre o ho a aban we o ya but onkos onya ne tem omo ye hu action e pese ye hu ne se ebi ni container de oma me to say old time no government bi aba no apre we ato we so abanda dana ye we sa ye ho hwe no ko e ba sa ye bubefu ye ba ye kasa e betia o mo tia o no masefo nyina bia kra e be bo mo no me e be do me o mo bibia because o me kan kire me say abanda dana sisa container no e de ko no de krata na ma se de o kan no nipa so metum de dede fine wasisa ko ampa nipa boni ni betima esa enti wasisa ko no container no customs na fa ho eni yi nyina nipa osan warehouse kugu o wana na tia no wana ye we san krofo ni nyina sa time yi kura ache long time kesi ache san krofo no nya chana fo no ye hi omo chana fo no na eche ne de sometimes e na make say de sa na omani nyina prepare kwam e de dada Ghana fo chana fo de okwache omo se ebi kura omo mugu prison omo so omo ba se o monko na monko mu holidays monko ye adwuma o Ghana mo prison time so na se ye jama ska mo nya no mo de ko nti side pa no che na wache de Ghana fo na nkasa mo da ayi na no sisi amu accuse afenya markings mo accuse we mu ye we ni nyina no nipa so mu de tom but bombardie ehia action say ye na mpa afenya marking na sign ya mpa na ni twia na mo de ba na wa gya tum se o container ndu go no mo aton ampa what parliament but mo paja no pam next time obi ti obehu say no ade me ye kra we here benti sanso o say nipa no young boy o say ni dinkwa ebi kra na abanda da ni mo hwe ba mo so mo pese mo de buy time e da ye because of say we nya koka say MPP dia onim say me MPP asem ti we nya kan MPP pe na madwe na lɔkɔ men bisa asɛm bi abi na ɔde MPP adikɔ saa na mete so na ɔmo de kɔ menya ka sɛ o NDC foɔ na adidi a ɛna NDC foɔ nso koraa deɛ ɔmo na ɔmo di a sɛ ɔmo na ɔmo wɔ aban no mu Ghana nso deɛ police ne nkyi ne nua police ni ɔmo deɛ teɛ no nti akɔyɛ deɛ ɔhɔ o kaka na sɛ police te wo front a sɛ wo lances o wo de lances o wo car na yɛ den nyɛ den o ɛno ane sɛ wokɔ nti sɛ NDC foɔ na di saa deɛ wei koraa na Mahama ɛno na ɛbɛma ne din akɔ nkrataa mu wayɛ bi da ɔhyɛ na ɔnkrɛ saa nkɔfoɔ no
that's it ofa
mami nye commentary kakra
ofa anytime ye beko
any time mami na me what time mami nye me commentary me pa
bibi wo ha
bomba de me pese me mute wo
slow me ya sorry kakra yesrewa
bibi ba maso
aje kache
na pom ti
sama so ya Kristo adawo maboko
then 3 or 4
ma wiana
that's it me pacho bibi some of mo channel mo channel enti mo go bie mo channel no na ya discuss issue e wo ha
you have 5 days 4 days something more the year you kakra bi mesrewa me
and that's why you heated enti mo channel wait bomba de events bibi e pa mo cho I saw you heated. They say Ghana solutions in the peno. Into one channel.
No 5 hours, 6 hours. They were the part of episode kakao.
Me commenting on of a body and of a body do obeka and uncrofo pinso a radio or more person can watch them. Into meba offer body
run David
mami pacho
kwamna uwo ha
akra me wa ha
into the
Bombardier next time I will never hand over to you. Me hand over to you again. So who ran the program? Me be comment
part and parcel of the this we so tiny mass enye nenko na etina
someone option there is a different thing but more option and touchy and near effective Ghanaians give us a space na mo more platform so na mo more dear because in the heat of the program was a mobile Jeffrey and some say was spring we are not in winter and longer days
there is owena see a kohokra na we na besan kate and there is no ibia okay
moko na kati ayepe and him say technical mebo overboard
Kamenka say bi nka mama wie na wa comment na na ntimi nye ne saa enye yi
overboard azetia ontie onya chance tie masem no enti mami nye commentary ma overboard ntibi na afefiri ho kwabna no aba na common sense your friend common sense we here say be free Avram eno awo yatiase common sense overboard sure the wo kai no be a manage ho ni say
o ma kwabna kasa
be a manage ho ni say methods so methods there eno na o me bia wo di sisi ni man Kingdom okay, they striking me say South Africa. Abrofo na omobaye. You know what they are doing? Omo koji asasi. No ma awaya ho. Na muano omo kotobi no omo de agum. Now, emuano, they are in their natural environment. Into omu multiplier. That's a be our person oko do iremunamua okwa. Omu hotel kitchen ho bibia ho ni meduani ya wa obetumi ayi oduani. Into okwa you pay your bills. Na unim tuatua editua ma ya ma run over. Na nemu abo a wani gina ho wato no. Oto no a one abeyi oduani a abeyo. Say a friend is saying cuisinier wo honom no be mo omo ayeduma enti some method no we na say apply no Ghana utumi wo say ebeboa because the foreign man exchange crowd drew South Africa. We have the wildlife. Why can't we develop that way? Enti methods me oko baby. That's a
Kwame, what can I don't go to another level? What's all running up? Why?
I am for no decide. They say, okay, yeah, no, yeah, they are crazy for. In him crazy, Japadi say we bottom. Into more basamo baby tree good done. Yeah, person, ye saying. Yeah, person, ye saying. That's it. One say so betu na be me be there any betu. Are they doing good to Ghana?
Hey, kwabo na tukasa.
Oh, yeah. Enti overbody me there no the okay no. A whole commentary nam dia ma wo no. Okay, the next person can come in.
Well, my man came here. Now, I'm saying, the man here to make kaka krebi and say, was electricity as a man mokano. Any idea say NDC wa bem na de komo bia ye Ghana ni ma pakra de mana enye adwuma. MP before the honor the mama enye adwuma. Me ka say Prince Kana say na ye de ma Ghana for na Akufo Addo no be pamo. As was my Prince Kana no krebi enim. So na na Addo no. Or say electricity ni Ghana for there. Is over my percentage you flow 2 shares na the percentage mo bia. E say Ghana for no more than the foreign and the binya. Asema na Addo kan ya no. E na abro no say twan omo ntiase omo pe more than Ghana for. Enye Ghana 70 Prince. And I 74 baby. Ye wo ya de na so obi so oba na obi timi ka che say wo a we Ghana ni no. For more na owo ni nya less a bone be no nipa ne ye ya eno no ekwaye politics ekwatare no enya de be ye adwuma ye pese ye adwuma Ghana electricity na hina problem na wo infa ne wo ya pe contractor na de aman say ye se Ghana ha se bi a ye ntimi nyi ye sika ana ntimi nye we no wa pe no na wa pe local de na se ye dane Ghana electricity ni nyina ama se de mani pass ma se de enya adwuma enya de ye be pene kura ma na adwuma oba ha ayi dukufo a omo hwe light so no omo be ready meters no omo se de atetare omo ka ho Duke contractors. There's almost a juma Duke for na form no ye juma mum within there. Asem si wa must be a Duke for contracting other people. No more your more juma near the among. Electricity in farmer private individual because Ghana for near Yajun Shada near Jumasa. Over Kwame can say South Africa, abrofono. The abrofunim no ye because Ghana in the first place, you know. Onipa ko be adwuma na ye yi a ade obeka first ni say sika onipa ko ni be nyane na odwen ho be ka bi e ka obebo de no mfa na ho oba na obefa 10 million ko ene yi ekwan ya onipa ko ko fa ya onya 10 million de eno mfa ye ho nti ya adwen boni nti no enya ade a oman no wo de ade e magan na ni aka so onya a ade se zumila ho na hwe ball nyina so akachi ore Ghana ayi ore na ne wakasi ye what the map
Wumpo Kwambra, Ghana should be run by Ghanaians. Ghana should be run by Ghanaians.
And now the other South Africa, Prince, I don't know what can be done.
Yes, and the white possession.
And what can be done, and I don't know what she say.
Mekebi, Father Mekebi. Mina me consider of South
Africa. What South Africa before Abedi Asase? I wide idea the Kukum but the also Ghana there.
But they are South Africans. One way South African citizens. And to me say Ghana here no issue. management. Management. And this will be on managerial skills. And as it to be on managerial skills.
Because when you Ghana ni bi na ama no 4 acre land across on panye fu a e be 10 years no ntimi nye enti Ghana fo no ntimi nye so ahwa na say
master me no nyesa na medwene say it's impossible. It's
impossible. Then I would not be possible. Let me possible.
Your friend is saying, Obama the car say yes, we can do.
And everything of Aquame and can a year Ukwadanga. Maybe be an Odiko, Kunaba, Yabotre. Let me say, Omoka Galamti as a and I see your Papa, my means from Canada, only the wire was of a movie. I'm say okay catch union for be casa as see ana o kase obobo ahin fudin no bo tumfo no pe e na okobo do ma hene ye besre no next time so obo a omobo ahin fu bi se bi anka obo tumfo no abo ga manche no abobo ahin fu bi a no of ho no ahin fu bi no akakakafo no ni ade ansa no wa bedu se ne ma no so nana do ma hene enye ni koyikuo e na e otumfo e di so oba na se o keka se ensem no amadamfo next time no bo ahim fo that man che no money ade fo na
me pacho so only do ma hini wo issue anye platform yi so me pacho one also right or speech bino wa say we nyansani a sa area ho no don't waste your time because
enya obi na bechi obi baby on waste time na ma obi on waste time enya mana o papa be grad speak prince mo cat line na mo kwa ma prince mo kwa ya sorry set time na so mo kwa ya sorry why mo kwa ya sorry because ofa the democracy na opese practice wo Ghana no o exhibit wa no say no opese run Ghana no say
because there also right of expression, sir. And
now open running no whole level no say na open no odi say na open say running Ghana
say yeah the nyansa na chichiro on mine enti say
nyansa from Ghana ma no nyansa be na mo de ye Kwame from Ghana Ghana ma mo say mo nto aso e nyansa na mo de ye
Busa Lawrence the enti a odi champo kwata ko Busa Lawrence mami
blame
Lawrence mami the enti a odi champo kwata po ho no Busa mami
ye be busa mo abon Kwame from Ghana ni ja mo no